The very oldest language on the face of this earth. Chico di Cabia Mapuni, Chineke, and Son of the Wena Isala, Nina, Cosa Hanso, Nana, Jama, Nana, Pharosi, Okonana, all the and then saw no one in but you know what? I would like you to believe that someone is the cause of it. No. I am the solution, and the only way they can get to you is by kicking me out, which is not possible. I have come. Look what you do. After I am done with Nigeria, Biafra will be free and enjoy freedom. Biafra will know the importance of freedom and what I in 5 years to come. Thank you. The very oldest language on the face of this earth. Chico di Cabia Mapuni, Chineke, and Son of the Wena Isala, Nina, Cosa Hanso, Nana, Jama, Nana, Pharosi, Okonana, all the and then saw no one in on the key will make a Biafra with your source and no more and we're not going to do it. Then when I'm people, you wait no more. I can't join them. God, I'm going but you know what? They would like you to believe that someone is the cause of it. No. I am the solution, and the only way they can get to you is by kicking me out, which is not possible. I have come. Look what you do. After I am done with Nigeria, Biafra will be free and enjoy freedom. Biafra will know the importance of freedom and what happens in 5 years to come. Thank you. Their own action. They group them. Al-Qaeda in the migration. Evil in the zoo, the more your land will be taken. The more you keep on supporting evil in the zoo, the more your land will be taken from you. The more your daughters will be raped and abducted, the more your sons will be slaughtered in cold blood. And under one Nigeria, there is nothing you can do about it. Absolutely nothing. Because one idiot that the groom will rise up and say to you, oh no, it's one Nigeria, there is crime everywhere. Haven't you heard about Zamfara? Haven't you heard about Katsina? There is crime everywhere. That is not the case. The crimes you have in the north, the insecurity you have in the north is as a direct consequence of their own action. They group them. Al-Qaeda in the Nigeria, ISIS in West Africa, Boko Haram, Fulani headsmen, bandits, all of them. Who brought them to Nigeria? It's Fulani. Fulani brought them into Nigeria. Everybody brought them in. All the state government brought them in. Are you deaf and dumb and stupid? When you come out and you pretend, oh, we are one Nigeria, go and show me. Somebody was asking me, where is the boundary, where would the boundary of Biafra begin? And I asked the fool, where did the boundary of Nigeria begin? People from Niger come in and go as they like. Most of these idiots are from Niger. They are building a pipeline to Niger. They are building a railway line to Niger. They are building roads to Niger. Whereas where the money comes from, which is Biafra land, we don't have those infrastructure. No, we don't. But you're taking our money. You come to Ohaji. You come to everybody. You come to Agulere. You come to Ebo. You take our resources, sell it, get the money, and now you're building the way to Nigeria, and you want me to be happy with you. Clap for your Nigeria. One Nigeria. You are insane. You come to my land, you take our oil, you take our gas, you take our manpower, you take everything, our VAT, our tax, everything. You are now building a road from Katsina to Nigeria. Airport. Refinery. You take oil from my land, you take it to Nigeria, you refine it, you bring it back to me as a refined petroleum. And you're telling me that country is viable. You're telling me that Nigeria should be supported. You are in one Nigeria. You are not going anywhere and you're dying every day. Because those that they appointed to speak for you, they gave them money so that they will come out, pages of the newspaper to give the world, giving the impression that everything is okay when things are go and see the contradictions in it. Nigeria is not working, we are marginalized, and then you come back to say Nigeria is one, you must stay in it together, and you must foolish. These are the useless intellectuals that you have. On one hand, say Nigeria is not working, you are marginalized, you are being discriminated against, you are suffering, they are killing you everywhere, and you come back to the same place and say Nigeria must be one. Had Nigerians gotten together to say they want to be part of this useless contraption, that's entirely their business. I mean, Democrats have subscribed to it. But have you asked yourself this question? Why is it that all those asking you to remain in one Nigeria has something to gain from Nigeria, or they have benefited in the past? Nothing more than this. I saw the letter that Backfire wrote to President Biden. In it, Backfire said to come and help us fight terrorism in order to ensure that there will be no regional destabilization. That is their game plan at the U.S. State Department for very many years, until we stepped in. They keep plotting out these lies. Once Nigeria breaks up, there will be destabilization in the entire region. I said that because you don't understand African history. Most of these people are not educated. When I say it, they say, so I'm insulting them. No, I'm not insulting them. Most of them are not educated. In Africa, we are tribal creatures in Africa. In Africa, we are tribal creatures in Africa. We always go back to our village where we are born, where our umbilical cord, our long, where it was buried. That's where we come from. That is why every Christmas, Easter, New Year festival, or August meeting, you see us migrating back to where we come from. And I keep saying these things to Africans, they don't understand it. They don't understand it. Everywhere in Africa during Christmas, if you like, be in South Africa, if you like, let it be in Kenya, let it be in Rwanda, everybody from the capital goes to the village. If you go to Accra, the same thing happens. This past Christmas, if you like, go to Cotonou. From the book of Psalm, chapter 7. And I will pray in English because a lot of people are listening all over the world. I mean, a lot. Millions are listening all over the world. And I want them to follow our proceedings this very evening. Very, very critical. Very, very important that we do so. O Lord, my God, the creator of the heavens and the earth, we take refuge in you. Save and deliver us from all that pursue us. Because if you look away from us, they will tear us apart like a lion and rip us to pieces with no one to rescue us. Because the world is against Biafra for no reason. We are hated, we are despised for no discernible reason. Only thee, O Lord God Almighty in heaven, is our Savior, not man. You must come to our rescue, because you are our Lord and you are our God. If we have done this, if I have done anything, if there is guilt on my hands, if I have repaid anybody, be it friend or an adversary, with evil or without cause, have done wrong to any man or woman, then let the Fulani Janjaweed pursue and overtake me. Let them trample down my life to the ground and make me sleep in the dust. Arise, O Elohim, Adonai El Shaddai, in your anger, rise up against the rage of the Fulani Janjaweed Caliphate and the Zoological Republic. You will rise and you will fight for your children. You will awake, O Heavenly Father, Lord God Almighty, the creator of the heavens and the earth, the owner of the universe,
for you must decree justice. Let your children and all men and of goodwill gather around you while you sit on top of your throne in the highest of the heavens, the habitation that only thee can ever occupy. Only you, O Heavenly Father, will judge the people. You will vindicate me, O Lord, you will vindicate IPOB, you will vindicate your children of Biafra, according to our righteousness, according to our integrity. O Most High, bring an end to the violence of the wicked, bring an end to Fulani Janjaweed violence in our land, bring an end to their abductions, bring an end to their kidnappings, bring an end to their extrajudicial slaughter of the innocent, bring an end to their forced conversion of Christians into Islam, bring to an end their mediocrity, bring to an end their senseless feudal rule, bring to an end their evil and their deception. Come and secure the righteous, because only you, O God Almighty in heaven, can see in the dark. Only you know the hearts of men. You are our shield. We have nobody. Between 67 and 1970, the whole world ganged up and fought against your children. We did not steal anything from anybody. We did not go after anybody's possession nor inheritance. We were on our own in the land that you gave to our ancestors. They conspired, they connived, they colluded to kill us. Over 5 million people. We are dead at the end of it. You are our shield. We do not trust in any man or in any state. We trust only in thee, because you are God and you always save the upright at heart. Anybody whose heart is clean, O Heavenly Father, to those you do not abandon to their enemies. That is why you cannot abandon IPOB. That is why Biafra can never be abandoned. Because your words are yea and amen. You are God, you're not human. Facebook may have been bought over by Nigeria, and we pray that Twitter will not succumb to their threats and their violence. You are God and you are an upright and a just judge. But you are also a God that displays his wrath every blessed day. If Fulani Janjaweed do not relent in what they are doing, if the Fulani Caliphate continues to pursue this scorched earth policy of abductions and murder and mayhem, then you, O Lord God in heaven, you will sharpen your sword, you will bend and string your bow, you will prepare your deadly weapons, you will make ready your flaming arrows. Whoever is pregnant with evil conceives trouble and gives birth to disillusionment. That is what is happening in the zoo called Nigeria. Nigeria is pregnant with evil because it conceived trouble and it has now given birth to disillusionment. All the holes that the Fulani Janjaweed are digging for us into that pit, they are falling into one after the other. The trouble that they have caused will always rebound on them. Their violence will come down on their own heads. O Heavenly Father, for we shall give thee thanks always, all the days of our lives. because only thee is righteous. We shall sing songs of praise unto your holy name, O Most High. For as long as there is a child on this earth of Biafran descent and heritage, O Heavenly Father, we shall worship your name and your name alone, now and forevermore, we pray. He said, that was our prayer this evening. We are now going to proceed without further hesitation to bring to you the gospel which I have been mandated by heaven to preach to the children of men. School was a revolution against your incompetence and your unbridled tribalism. I said it before, maybe some people did not hear me very well. Nzogu school was a revolution. I don't support it. I don't think that you should have gone on to kill those morons from the north that he killed. You should have left them, allowed their own people to tear them to pieces. A popular revolution. Not by way of a coup. I don't believe in coups. I don't believe in it. It was this Janjaweed who brought imbalance and injustice, unfairness into Nigeria's governance with the help of the United Kingdom. Because they see you as their slaves, you are still a colony. You are still niggers to them. After all, that was what they named you, Nigeria. Nigger area. People who are niggers occupying a nigger area. That's your name, Nigeria. That's the meaning of Nigeria. If you don't know. If when they call it Nigeria, it sounds a bit sweet. It sounds a bit okay. Nigger area. That's who you are. You're a nigger. That's your name. French, they call it Niger. Black people in this UG. Lord, have mercy upon your souls. He was the Janjaweed that brought in all this garbage into the zoo. And we are going to fight them every inch of the way. We're not going to concede. Not 1 inch. And Umahi, Miyetiala, if you are in any forest in Biafra land, you are gone. We'll meet you there and you will die. Leave our forest alone. The same people that said no, ban on open grazing, have they been able to enforce it? It is actually ESN that is enforcing the ban on open grazing. That is why no cattle should be seen in our forest. We don't want people there. Because it is a plan by the Fulani Janjaweed to make our life an absolute misery. I want to turn to my own fellow Biafrans, those in Bayelsa State. You know, I'm sure by tomorrow now, DSS will give you some money. Maybe, I don't know if it's, I think now what they give is, I don't know if it's 400,000 naira. For you to get a group of people, share you 400,000 naira to present your face as maybe one group or solidarity advocacy group of Bayelsa. I want to ask Edwin Clark this very evening. He's an old man, so he knows. He was a traitor, a frontline traitor during the war. All of you that betrayed Biafra, where are you today? Edwin Clark, I'm asking you, where are you today? And I don't want to talk about Onogen, the man that they removed, and none of you did anything about it. But you're from the so-called South-South, you're Niger Delta, or South-South-South, or South-South-South-South-South. I don't know where the South will stop. Because in geography, there is nothing, in no cardinal point is South-South. I want to ask you this evening. There is a man called Moses Jitobo from Bayelsa State. He was meant to be the next IG of police. He's the one who's supposed to be there now. 2 months ago, when Adamu's tenure was over, they played a game and prolonged his tenure to another 3 months. He came to talk rubbish, you know, and they sacked him. This man he's a young man because I'm older than him. He's only 52 years old. He should have been the IG of police. His name is Moses Jitobo from Bayelsa State. They retired him at the age of 52 instead of making him the IG of police. And now what they did, they went for a 57-year-old northern Fulani Muslim to make him the acting IG of police. And I have not heard anybody crying from Bayelsa of marginalization. I have not heard any of them come to lament or protest about domination. The oil in our land, the oil that you have in the land of Bayelsa, 80% of it belongs to the north. The other 19.5% belongs to Yoruba. Only 0.5% belongs to 1 or 2 people from the east. Nobody's dominating you. Do you see how clever the Fulanis are, how they play this very game? Fulani, they don't have any issues. All they need to do is to get you hating yourselves. That is all they need to do. Very clever, very brilliant tactics, I'm telling you. Very, very brilliant. All they need to do is to get you to hate yourselves. That is all they need to do. And then they relax and they enjoy the fallout. It was the stupidity of the likes of Edwin Clark that made it possible for them to dismiss Onogen. He wasn't the Chief Justice for long. They made it possible for this man, this young man, Moses Jitobo, to be disgraced out of Abuja at the age of 52. You know, I keep telling them, treachery never pays. DSS will come to us, oh, don't worry, you're not him, or you're alone. Accept independence. Because they know that alone you cannot fight them. Do you think they're stupid? It's a simple case of divide and rule. They know if you're... Look at Ogoni, I keep asking every day. Have they cleaned the land of Ogoni? Have they gotten their independence? Have they... has life improved in Ogoni land? The answer is no. But the Fulani will encourage you to assert your Ogoni identity over Biafra. You're not Biafra. Biafra is what binds all of us together. And with the name Biafra, we can fight and be free. All of us. But they tell you, don't support Biafra. You're Ogoni. You are a job. But our brother has been sacked. What did you do? Because you are too small to confront the might of Fulani Janjaweedism. You are too small. You cannot. Only in Biafra can we confront them. Do you understand what I'm saying? That was why I remember the DSS director, again also from Bayelsa, that they removed. They sacked him. They sacked Onogen. They sacked him. And that oil you're fighting for, what's it called again? Resource control. You can never get it. You can never ever get it. From now till the kingdom come, you can't. Do you know why? Because they cleverly carved you out of Biafra. Once you're out of Biafra, everything you're asking for, everything you're agitating for, you can never get. But as one, we are unstoppable. Absolutely unstoppable. Ask yourself this question. Why is it that the Janjaweed are concerned with you, some of you in the East, politicians taking over and floating your own security outfit by state, when they have a greater problem in the North? Some of you, I have preached this thing before, but some of you don't listen. Britain knows what I'm saying. Obasanjo, who is their slave, understands what I'm saying. Every intelligence agency in the world understands what I'm saying. Who created ISIS in West Africa province? They only, I think it was yesterday that they released the video of Saturday's attack on Damasak in Borno. Do you know why they keep attacking Borno all the time? Some of you don't know this, do you? You have no idea. It is how the Fulanis behave. They are attacking Borno because Borno never fell to Fulani Caliphate. And there was a strategy that I learned from the Shehu of Borno that fought the Fulani when they were coming. Anywhere they gather, the Shehu of Borno will attack them. The Shehu never allowed the Fulani to attack his kingdom. Never, never. The paramount ruler of Borno, his title is the Shehu of Borno, not Emir of Borno. Shehu of Borno. It's only now that the Fulanis are forcibly creating their emirates all over the place. In that part of the world. For Borno never fell. the Kanem Bruno Empire never fell. They are not Fulani. Medugri is not Fulani. Bruno is not Fulani. They are Kanem Bruno people. Very old as well, if I might add. They fought against the Fulani by attacking every Fulani formation. Every Fulani army sent to attack them, to conquer them, they defeated. And do you know, oh God, these people don't know history. The people leading the charge were actually Fulanis, but the foot soldiers were Hausa people. The same way it is today. That is why every Fulani terror group is focusing on Borno. They want Borno to fall to them. That is something that people don't know. You know, when I say, oh, we Northerners, that is the trick they play on some of you. Fulani will say, we Northerners. And that Northerners that I'm mentioning includes Igbo people in Benue State. That is the joke of the century. We Northerners, but they're in Borno, attacking Borno. ISIS in West Africa released a video of Saturday's attack on Damasak in Borno State. I have not heard people say, oh, there's instability in Borno, do something, let's do this, let's do this. Innocent people were released from a prison in Owari. Everywhere, hey, even Governor's Forum, everybody, our life is in danger, security everywhere. But in Borno is being ravaged on all sides, from all sides by Fulani Janjaweed, from every angle. Borno is in trouble. Are you not aware of that? But they're focusing on Owari. They released their video. The reason why I'm mentioning this is this. I want to let you understand something you don't know. It was Buhari, when he was alive, that created ISIS in West Africa. Buhari created ISIS. You know, they thought they were being very clever. You know, DSS in Nigeria, they're so foolish. All they know in life, they think if we divide them, if we get somebody, openly of Repop or somebody like that, or form a to rival ESN, somehow they will succeed. That is how they are. That is their mindset. It's full on a Janjaweed. That is the way they reason. Replicate everything IPOB is doing. That is why even I think Facebook has shut down. They've shut down. They've shut down. We are broadcasting from that. Oh God! Isn't it very funny that Facebook has shut down my live broadcast this evening? But the same Facebook will allow multiple fake accounts run by DSS to be opened up in my name. Multiple fake Martin Namdekanu accounts everywhere. They won't do anything. That one that they know that people identify me with, they want to shut it down. Let us try.
Out of the terrorism of Nigeria, they thought they can eliminate us and they force us together with the barrels of the guns. We have come to let them understand that Nigeria can never win this war, not now, not tomorrow, not never. The earlier they accept this self-referendum and start immediately the United Nations procedures on recognition of Biafra and acceptance of the self-referendum, the better for them. If they refuse, believe me, we will destroy Nigeria, because that is the only way to save our life. And at the end, they will still declare and recognize Biafra. The worst part of this very sad truth is that if they accept this amicably in peace, they will save lives and save many things. But if they refuse, I will tell you, many things will go down. At the end, we will sit at the round table and discuss the liberation and independence of Biafra, when a lot of damages may have been done, which can never be repelled and recalled. I am telling you today, I'm standing on this planet Earth on the ground. I'm promising Biafra people that I will not hand over slavery to my children, to our generation, but freedom is what we will hand over to them. Not just freedom, but Biafra, where they will have the opportunity to aspire to whatever they want to be in life, where they will live freely, have the power and ability to study and compete among nations of the world. What you are doing today is because you know Nigeria has failed. The reason you are supporting me, why I am in exile, Why the government is in exile is because, you know, we have profiled a better solution. We have profiled a brighter future for you. And it is not just profiling. We are coming with the realistic solution to your problems. We will provide electricity, provide good road, healthcare system, insurance. We will also make sure that the database is the first thing we are going to do, which we have already done with the Biafra government in exile. Today we have the BSA, Biafra Security Administration, which is responsible for collecting the data of Biafras and the issuance of Biafra National Identity Card. We have started solving your problems even before we get recognition and before declaring independence. We have also provided solutions to the insecurity that are now rampant in Nigeria. Every part of Nigeria is facing annihilation because of the jihadist movement, the continuation of the Usman Danfodio, which every one of you know the history. What is happening today in Nigeria is the continuation. And the primary target remains the Biafra territory, which we have resisted and continue to resist. So my brothers and sisters, those of you who believe in Nigeria, you have a choice. It is your right. But remember, we have gathered 50 million. For you to outnumber us, you will have another 60 million or 51 million that will say no to Biafra. Only then we can back down. For now, we have the majority of the Biafra people, those who have never voted and participated in Nigeria election since they were born. They are now voting in Biafra self-referendum. And some idiot will be telling you, oh, how many are you in Biafra? Where did you get the 50 million vote? Ask them, do you have any statistics? Do you have any document, record, data of anybody, of everybody in Biafra land? Ask them, how many are you in Nigeria? How many are you in the eastern region, which is the territory of Biafra? Who have the data? Where is the record? Today, our record becomes the authentic record. Our own record, the data being collected from this voting become the authentic record because you never conducted any reasonable and realistic census on our people. Everything in Nigeria is fake. You go to Google, you go to Wikipedia, you see what they are reporting, 20 million people, 30 million people, and they think that it is the time we are going to be looking at what they are writing on Wikipedia. Wikipedia that is being manipulated by the result of those nomadic people that were leading the Nigeria Census Board, where they will be counting cow leg in the northern Nigeria, and they disenfranchise the eastern part of Nigeria, which is Biafra territory, and they will count one family and jump the other family. Not even that. Majority of Biafrans never participated in the Nigeria census, and they don't want to participate because they have lost faith in Nigeria. But in this Biafra self-referendum, they have come to identify with the Biafra government, and this result from this voting become the authentic number of people that actually qualified to cast their vote, and it will be authentic. We call on Nigeria and those who care that the authentication of the result of the Biafra self-referendum will be the only pathway to peace. The refusal and the rejection will be the pathway to anarchy. And we are ready to carry guns, not just for the self-defense, but to defend the result of the self-referendum. Thank you very much. Biafrans in northern Nigeria, I thank you. And let those who are still hanging on the roadside, thinking that what we are doing here is a joke, you are going to regret not supporting this freedom up to this point. Nigeria have nothing on us. For those rappers in America, I want to tell you today that you defined who you are, and nobody else will tell you who you are. You defend yourself, nobody else will defend you. We have seen how people are dying in other parts of Nigeria. Nobody is protecting and defending them. Those who supposed to be the security that should be protecting the people are actually helping the terrorists to take over their land. They attack your land, and after 2 weeks, people that you don't know where they come from will occupy your land, and that is the end. As I'm talking to you today, It is a fact that people were born in IDP camp in Benue State, and today they are 19 years. 19 good years born in IDP camp and still living in IDP camp. Who is living and occupying their land? Strangers from Central African Republic, Fulani from other parts of Africa occupying their land, and the government of Nigeria, that is a terrorist state government, have done nothing to make these people go back to their land. That is what we have prevented in Biafra land, and that is the reason why the security of life and property of Biafra people will be taken very seriously, and we will protect our women ruthlessly, like we are going to do in the next coming weeks. Those terrorists that attack and kidnap our doctors, our students from the school, I pity for you. Run! Because there will be no excuse. We will hunt you down. We will hunt you down. I am telling you the fact. In the next few weeks, you will be hunted down. Any place you are in Biafra forest, we will hunt you down. Remember, Biafrans, that for this to be possible, we will need to continue to support and fund the Biafra Defense Forces. It is their job to protect our land, and that they have sworn to do, and that they have done very well, which is the reason this attack against Biafra is not a rampage like we see in other parts of Nigeria. But we will use this time around to set example to those who are planning to attack us in the future.
The very oldest language on the face of this very earth.
Because I can say that from what I have just listened from you, it is just not ordinary.
Very wonderful. When my lawyers came to see me, I had a discussion with them about how I'm going to defend myself. I told them that
Welcome. Thank you so much for joining wherever you are joining from. I appreciate everyone that has connected to this very morning broadcast. wherever you are watching us from. Either you are watching us on TikTok, or you're watching us on Facebook, or you're watching on YouTube, wherever you are connecting from, I welcome you to this amazing program. And I urge you to like and share the program. Like and share the program. It is very important to spread this gospel. It is the responsibility of every single one of us. We have to be in this together. It is not an assignment for one person. It is an assignment for every one of us to spread the gospel of truth and continue to say it the way it is. Remember, in this platform where you are watching this program, we do not come here to instigate violence. We do not come to this platform to preach hate. We do not come here to attack people or individuals. All we do in this platform is to present Biafra to the world as the only remedy to the failed state Nigeria. Biafra, the only remedy to the failed state Nigeria. When we call Biafra the only remedy, it doesn't mean that we are looking down on other tribes, other regions. No. All we are saying is that let there be disintegration of that contraption, create a nation according to value system where people can grow in their own space at their own speed. We are calling for peaceful disintegration of the contraption called Nigeria to save life. That is what we do in this platform, and we will continue to do so. You are equally entitled to your opinion. This is a platform for public opinion. If you have a contrary opinion or you have a reason why we should not call for the disintegration of Nigeria, please feel free to join us. Make your points, convince us, and make us see reason. If you have a superior argument that you feel can fly, you have that freedom to join us on this platform. Wherever you are watching us from, in any platform, click, send a request. I will bring you up, then we will hear from you. But for those of us who are Biafrans, as you heard from our Prime Minister, more than 50 million people have already voted that they are going out of the contraption called Nigeria. You can't beat it. More than 50 million people. For anybody who thinks you can force Biafrans to remain in Nigeria to succeed, you must get more than 50 million votes. And that is not possible. As we all know, the Biafran people are about 80 million. We are about 80 million. And out of 80 million, more than 50 million have already voted for Biafra. Then calculate it and do the mathematics and know how many remain. So you can understand that Biafrans are ready and willing to go. If you do not accept our self-referendum, you think it is a joke, please go ahead and conduct yours. I am speaking to the international community and I'm speaking to the Nigerian government. If you feel that we are just making noise online, it is not real. Go ahead and conduct your own referendum and then come and give us the result. We will be willing and open to listen and hear. So I welcome everyone that have joined us today. Please make it an interactive section. It is a very important program we are conducting today. Make it an interactive section so that we can be able to exchange views, exchange words, be able to send this message across. Don't worry. If they kick you out from the program, try and find your way back. This is the problem we have been facing on all our platforms. They kick people out, they withhold viewers, and they make sure that people do not see the program. So you that have been able to join on the program, all you got to do is to help us to share the program. Also invite those you feel would like to listen to us. Those that have a superior argument, invite them so that they can come. We are open and willing to engage them. What we do here is to engage in a critical discussion, constructive debate. At the end of the day, the decision remains yours to make, where you want to be, what you want to do, and what you don't want to do. But we remind you that every action that you take has a consequence. Whatever decision you have taken or that you are about to take will have a consequence. That is why it is important that we come online and discuss these issues, to broaden your discussion, to broaden your knowledge, and also Look into other aspects of issues, not just on one side, looking from different angles before you can make your decisions. For those of us who are calling for the disintegration of the contraption called Nigeria and the creation of Biafra, we have looked from different dimensions and different angles. From the amalgamation of Nigeria till date, the only solution remains the disintegration of the contraption, because you do not create country among people that do not have the same value system. Countries of the world that are succeeding, that we have seen, have only one value system. And that is what we are looking forward to. And that very dream and wish is coming to pass as fast as possible. It is coming to reality. It doesn't matter what anybody is saying. It doesn't matter what anybody want to do. That very reality is coming to light. It is coming to light. So I urge you to remain strong wherever you are. Wherever you are, under which umbrella, whichever umbrella is good for you, please stay there and continue to pursue our collective interests. Whatever you feel is right for you, whichever angle, whichever way you feel it is comfortable for you to continue to pursue our collective interests, please go ahead. Remember, every day I come online, I speak about unity of purpose. Unity does not mean that we will speak in one tongue. Unity does not mean that we must agree in everything. Unity does not mean that we will be in the same group. I am speaking of the unity of purpose. Our purpose must be one. What is that purpose? Freedom from the contraption called Nigeria. The creation of the Biafran nation for the freedom of the people, to save life. That is our purpose of agitation. And that purpose should be one. We have to preach it, speak about it, announce it. Do not shy away from speaking about it. And that is why we're here today. And we will continue to do whatever we can be able to do and continue to preach this gospel, regardless of the attack that is coming from right, left, and center. Please, once you join this program, hold your breath. Once they kick you out, try as much as possible to find your way back. You are searching for information. The gospel is for you and I. We are talking to the world, not just to the Biafran people. I'm speaking to the world, to those who are not Biafran, to non-Biafran, to one Nigerianist. So our message is not limited to only Biafrans. It is for everybody. And for you to join us on stage, there is nothing that says that you must be a Biafran, even if you are non-Biafran, even if you are from other part of the world, whatever your ideology might be, whichever group you belong, as long as your purpose is Biafra, feel free. You are welcome. We are open and willing to listen to you. If you come with your superior argument, make sure it is backed up with facts and evidence. I bet you with conviction, we'll be willing to follow you up and go along with what you have to say. So today we have come once again to speak on a very important topic today. The topic we are going to speak on today says Fulani Supremacy, the Innocence narrative, Sharia power, and the value-based future of Nigeria. The topic we are discussing today, I take it again, it says Fulani Supremacy, the Innocence narrative, Sharia power, and the value-based future of Nigeria. It is a very broad topic, and we will try as much as possible to do justice to it, as we always do every single day. The Fulani Supremacy is not a new thing. This is something that every sincere person in that contraption called Nigeria, every indigenous person, whether Biafran or non-Biafran, you can testify about the Fulani Supremacy. They display their supremacy at every given opportunity, claiming to be untouchable. Not just that they claim, as far as Nigeria is concerned, they are untouchable. They are supreme. They are born to rule. That is what Nigeria has offered. And at the same time, they will come and they claim innocence, the innocent narrative. The innocent narrative is the one today that the federal government is in the front line sponsoring for them. The Fulanis who claim supremacy, they are the ones that are responsible for bringing up, providing all the foot soldiers of all the terrorist group in Nigeria. Call it the ISIS, the Boko Haram, the Fulani terrorists, the Ansaru, the Mieti Allah. All these, their foot soldiers are Fulanis. The destruction that is happening in Nigeria today, the loss of life, the terrorism today is carried out by the Fulanis. But at the same time, they do not want us to mention it. They don't want to mention it today. They are fighting so hard to create a narrative to make them look nice. This is something that the federal government of Nigeria is sponsoring with their own money. Money gotten from Biafra land, they use it to sponsor a narrative to clean Fulani from their atrocity. That is why the Nigerian government is paying $9 million to change a narrative of truth. $9 million to change a truth that is very open and broad. The Sharia power. Every one of us know what Sharia power is doing in Nigeria. We know what Sharia is doing in Nigeria. We have seen many people lost their life because of Sharia. Many people lost their businesses. Many people lost their properties. In a secular country. In a secular country, you know the Sharia power. And again, the value-based future of Nigeria. When we talk about the value-based future of Nigeria, we are speaking about creating a country based on value system. Create country based on value system. And that brings us to the disintegration of Nigeria, which no one can be able to escape at this point in time. And the Janjaweed know it. The Fulani know it. That is why today the Sultan of Sokoto is crying already. Every one of them today is crying, calling out Donald Trump for trying to break up Nigeria. You can't stop it. Something that its time has come. There is nothing any human being can do. This time that we are in is divine. I didn't create it. Mazen Nandekano didn't create it this time. Mazen Simon Ekpa didn't create it. No, Biafran created it. It is divine. And that is why you can't stop what is coming. So I welcome everyone who has connected to this program this morning. And thank you so much for being with us. Once again, I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching from around the world. Today's broadcast is not for entertainment. As you know, I do not come here to entertain. I'm not a content creator. I've said it several times. This is a truth section. What you are listening to and you're watching now is a truth section. If I want to create a content to be a content creator, I know what to do. I know what to say. And I know how to do it. But that is not what I'm here for. That is not what this platform is. Today, broadcast is not for entertainment. As always, this platform, I say it again, is not for content creating. I am not a content creator. That's not what I am. I am a Biafran activist, in case you do not know. A Biafran activist. That is why I don't rule with trending topics. I don't rule with trending people. I don't come here to promote individuals. What I talk about, Biafra. And let me warn you from the start. Everyone that is watching me or listening to this program, I want to warn from the start. If you are emotionally attached to false narrative, this conversation will disturb you. Hear me once again. If you are emotionally attached to false narrative, this conversation will disturb you. Because what we are discussing today is not rumor, not propaganda, and not tribal hatred. We are not engaging in any rumor, nor propaganda, and not tribal hatred. It is power. It is ideology. It is about supremacy. That is what we are discussing today. And most importantly, it is a season that Nigeria remains unstable. The reason Nigeria has remained unstable, that is what we are discussing today. So while you are listening with an open mind, you will get the reason why Nigeria is unstable today. We don't talk about rumor, not propaganda, and certainly not about tribal hate. So listen to us with an open mind. I bet you are going to grab some information. Today we are exposing the battle of supremacy being fought behind mask of innocence. A narrative carefully constructed to protect an elite. A narrative carefully constructed to protect an elite system rooted in Fulani Caliphate ideology, led symbolically by the Sultan of Sokoto. We will continue to discuss. They will try their best to silence us, but we will not stop. Let me be very clear. This is not an attack on ordinary Fulani people. This is not about ethnicity. This is not about religion as personal faith. This is about political and ideological system. A system that believes Nigeria must remain one, not because unity works, but because control depends on it. You didn't get it. What we are seeing today is about a political and ideological system. A system that believes Nigeria must remain one. Not because of unity. Not because unity works in Nigeria, but because control depends on that. On that, they fake preach unity. Anytime you hear critics labeled as tribal, haters, or divisive, ask yourself this simple question. Who benefits from silence? Because whenever you come out and you speak, just like we've been speaking, the Biafrans have been speaking on different platforms. Mazen Nanikano spoke, Mazen Samuel spoke. So many people are speaking. Anytime you hear critics labeled a tribal bigot, when you speak, they call you tribal, they call you a hater, they call you divisive. Ask yourself this simple question: who benefits from this? Who benefits when you keep silence? One of the most powerful weapons in modern conflict is not guns. It is narrative control. In case you don't know, in 21st century, in these modern days, one of the most powerful weapons in modern conflict is not guns, it is narrative control. The Fulani power structure has perfected one narrative above all. We are innocent. We are victims. We are misunderstood. This is what you hear from them all the time. And you hear this from their elites, people in power, people in a very high position in Nigeria. With all the atrocities of the Fulani Janjaweed, with the loss of life that we see every day, what you hear from their elite is they are innocent. They are victims. They are misunderstood. But let us ask honest question. If this is innocence, why is violence always justified the way? If this is misunderstanding, why are patterns always protected? And if this is coincidence, why does accountability never happen? These are questions we need to ask that needs answer. Innocence collapses the moment power refuses investigation. You cannot be claiming innocence when you refuse investigation. The same Fulani structure that is there will refuse investigation, and yet they will tell you that the Fulanis are innocent. They are misunderstood. They are oppressed. The power of narratives. The Sultan of Sokoto does not function merely as a cultural figure. Maybe you don't know. The Sultan of Sokoto does not function merely as a cultural figure. He represents continuity. A caliphate ideology that predates Nigeria itself. This ideology does not see Nigeria as a voluntary union of equal. The caliphate does not see Nigeria as a voluntary union of equal. It sees Nigeria as territory. It sees Nigeria as territory. Territory must be controlled. Controlled territory must obey. And obedience is enforced not only by force, but by law, silence, and fear. This the caliphate is doing very, very well. And so many of us are not paying attention, including those who claim to be your political leaders. They are not paying attention. They play ignorance. Now, here is the critical question. Why does the Fulani Caliphate reject division along value system? Why are they so agitated now that they have seen a sign of the disintegration of Nigeria, creating countries along value system? Why does the Fulani Caliphate reject division along value system? Why? Because value-based division destroys supremacy. A value-based nation asks dangerous questions like, do citizens have equal rights? Is law secular or religious? Is freedom protected or conditional? These questions are the questions that the caliphate does not want to arise. And once people are allowed to choose values, the caliphate loses leverage. Once people are allowed to choose values, create countries along value system, the caliphate loses value. Now you understand why they are so agitated. See how they are crying online and offline. Let us speak plainly. Sharia as a state system is not compatible with a plural democracy. Never. This is not hatred. This is constitutional reality, not hatred. You know, each time when we speak, they will term it a hate speech in order to win you over. Some ignorant people will equally buy it that why you are too tribal. Why are you talking about this? You are too tribalistic. But it is the truth that must be said. Sharia as a state system is not compatible with a plural democracy. It is not hatred. It is just constitutional reality. Take it or leave it. You cannot claim equality while enforcing law that privilege one belief system over others. You cannot claim unity while criminalizing differences. A future Nigeria or any successor state must be built on consent, not coercion. And that the caliphate cannot stand. Because the caliphate is about supremacy and dominance. So now let us address the global dimension. If the world truly believes in freedom, if leaders like Donald J. Trump speak of confronting extremism, then the solution is not cosmetic diplomacy. If the United States, led by Donald J. Trump, is serious and willing, we are saying this because a time has come when suggestions are going to be put on his table. The suggestions will be placed on his table to take a decision in Nigeria. So we are saying, if the world truly believes in freedom, if leaders like Donald J. Trump speak of confronting extremism always, then the solution is not cosmetic diplomacy in the issue of Nigeria. The solution is value-based realignment. Value-based realignment of the contraption called Nigeria. Support self-determination. Rejects theocratic expansion. Protect plural societies. Stop rewarding ideological dominations. Stability cannot be forced. It must be chosen. Stability cannot be forced. It must be chosen. And for the record, when you hear the Biafrans speak, when we talk, when we act, when we make requests, it is not about revenge. This moment is not about revenge. It is about redesigning the future. Redesigning the future. Nigeria can no longer survive as a prison of nations. Peace will not come from denial. Peace will come from honest separation of values where necessary. It doesn't matter how long you prolong this. It doesn't matter how long you wait. Peaceful disintegration of the Zoological Republic of Nigeria is the only solution. As we speak, I said this many times that Biafrans are 1,000 miles ahead of others. Today, so many people who never believe in the disintegration of Nigeria are now beginning to understand. They are now beginning to understand us better. I have seen many confessions. People who said they never believed that one day they will call for disintegration of Nigeria. Today they are calling. I pray and hope that Donald J. Trump will do justice to the situation of Nigeria and end it once and for all. You're welcome, my beloved brother Christian. Thank you so much for joining, bro. Christian, you're there.
Good morning. Morning, brother. You're
welcome, my brother. Darling.
Yeah, so well done. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so thank you for the continuous message to our people. And the message is penetrating slowly and surely. And those who refuse to hear or listen or believe, one way or the other, they are beginning to see the handwriting on the wall. And we'll be praying to God Almighty that that President Trump, as the days come closer, that the right decision will be made, because there's nothing more left to be said or do. Nigeria is just the inevitable thing is to let everybody go their separate ways and do their own thing. That is no any other way, So, and I like the question you put out there. Why are they these same Fulanis? Why are they jittery? Several occasions we've seen them come out to say that they are not afraid of restructuring or disintegration. But when the rating comes, when they see that people are asking for it, that is becoming obvious, then the same people are coming out to say resist it. Because we hear Shetima tell the Arewa to resist the division of Nigeria. So why? What are they afraid of then? So you see how the people, they think that they can continue to manipulate, to lie, takia, So that was a very good question you put out there for anybody who understands to maybe come in and answer the question. Why are these same people, people who ordinarily they should be the one, more or less, like, because they should be the one pleading for peace, suing for peace, and being humble, because it's looking increasingly obvious, like they are the ones that can survive on their own,
Yes.
Yeah. So then at the same time, why do they want to be the one to boss everybody around? It doesn't make sense in any way, shape, or form. They are the ones who are not indigenous people in the country. We know that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Everybody, including Obasanjo, everybody said it. It's historical that they are not indigenous in Nigeria. Yet, they are the one who is trying to be the boss of everybody. How does that work? They are the one trying to take people's land and impose their belief system, their religion, their culture on everybody, to marginalize everybody, put on everybody under their control. And at the same time, they are the one who know that when the country divides, they possibly have nowhere or can't even make it on their own. So the whole thing doesn't make sense at all. So I don't know. It's a serious situation. But I can also understand that, because over the years and decades, they've been able to use every instrumentality to put themselves in a position where they feel like everybody's under them now, and the country belongs to them. They run the country. Therefore, nobody can, no part of it can leave. Nobody, they are all captured under, everybody is in their pocket. So oh my goodness, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
Absolutely.
But yeah, my brother, I've never seen anything like that. I have never seen anything like what goes on in Nigeria. People, about 5 or maybe 7% of the population, how they feel like they've captured the entire country, and they are so arrogant, unbelievably arrogant. Any suggestion you bring, they knock it down. But anyone they bring, they expect everybody to just abide by it. How does that work? You cannot go to their place and do business, or maybe you have restaurant or this hotel business. You can't do it because they say they are not. It's forbidden to sell alcohol in a hotel or wherever in their place. If you do it, they destroy it. But they can bring their own cow in their place and destroy your own livelihood, your farm and everything. And if you say that you will ban it, they say it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
It's crazy. And it stands. I've never seen anything like that. Like Nnamdi Kanu say, who are these people, for Christ's sake? What is it that gave them such the impetus, the audacity? It's mind blowing, bro.
The audacity is not on this earth.
It's out of this world, bro. Every time I think about it, I keep scratching myself. How did we come up? Of course, I understand the role of the British, the part they play. Till this day, they continue to play that part, because I figure that is how they think that they can continue to hold the country together for their own benefit, by entrusting it into the hand of these 7% Fulani foreigners who are not Nigerians. Then they will control, just like the indirect rule. It's crazy. I cannot for the life of me understand, how did this happen? Where were the men? Because this did not just start today. It started way, way, way long ago that, from the Azikiwe, always succumbing, always compromising, always willing to give in, to cave in. Everything Fulani wants, the Fulani gets. Everything. So it's absolutely insane.
Do you know that this was exactly what the young soldiers saw that went for the coup of 1966?
Of course. What is the name of that our brother? Nzogo.
This is what they saw.
We were not, most of us were not, but they saw it. They were smart enough to see this supremacy ideology.
Many people wrote about it, even the Yorubas, many of the elites wrote about it.
Yeah, I've seen
because of what they saw.
Supremacy ideology.
For all it is, but you see how what they did was a revolution then.
Yeah. It was a revolution because they know that this is the direction they were going to head to. And then, you see, many years down the line, look at where we are. Erufai will come and tell you that there's one they call him Professor Usman, whatever. He's the one very arrogantly will come on air to say to you, be careful. You are making law against the Fulani without consulting the Fulani. Be careful. This is how you be pointing fingers. And Erufai will come and back him up. That is not going to work. That is a waste of time. What? So you can come and destroy my thing, but you won't let me come to your place and do my thing. Yorubas and the Igbos and the rest of them, they just all succumb to it because of money and political position. These Fulanis, they are so well determined in what they do. They, one-minded, and they're so focused, so united, so one when it comes to the agenda. That is why when it's crazy, bro. But we will see. I think everything is coming to a head now. So, because if they are so arrogant and so proud and bossy, then they should be able to, they shouldn't be begging for this oneness and unity, because this is what it's all about. They are the one who is begging for unity, at the same time pretending as if they are the Almighty. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Yesterday I saw maybe you must have seen the video. Maybe we'll talk about it as we go along. This there's this something Novo or whatever. He's a politician, probably. I don't know if he's PDP, but of course you know them from the way their steps that these are politicians. But he speaks so boldly, and he has been speaking so boldly about what is going on in Nigeria, the terrorism, the financiers. And the fact that the government cannot go after them because they're
somebody, Mike Onovo or something like that.
Yeah.
I've not heard him for a very long time. I've never heard him speak. He was the one that spoke about the Fulani, how they brought terrorism into Nigeria.
Yeah. For a long time, you are right. For a long time, he was very silenced. But it was that yesterday I saw him on VOP. Did you see it yesterday?
Wow, I didn't see it. I've not seen it yet.
Oh, yesterday, bro, is crazy. Yesterday, he just spoke with that.
I would love to see him. I know that guy. That guy is another.
Oh my goodness, he spoke on VOP with that Esther, that lady there, telling her that this whole thing, you people continue to deceive yourself. They are mad people. Continue to deceive yourself. Everybody know that Shetima, the vice president, is one of the founders of terrorism, the Boko Haram. He told her that that guy was found in Shetima's house. I'm trying to remember the terrorist that the government was looking for and was hiding in Shetima's house.
Exactly. What's that his name? I'll remember his name. I've played the video here. They confirmed it.
But years down the line, that same Shetima who created the terrorism that has destroyed the country, ravaged and by hundreds of thousands of people, is the vice president. Tell me on which planet does that happen? That a terrorist that ordinarily should be not, if not firing squad, rot in jail. Because that is treason. And what is the this is really treason. When we talk about treason, this is it. Not somebody who said, I want out of this forceful union. Not somebody who is kidnapped, somebody who is in a captivity and fighting to get out of it. You accuse him of treason. Somebody who said, I won't sit and fold my hand and watch my people get slaughtered by others. I have to defend myself, which is the first law, when it comes to defense. And you accuse the person of treason. But the people who are committing the actual treason, the actual treasonous people, they are the one ruling. They are president, they are vice president, terrorists, Buharis. These are terrorists, ruled for 8 years. I don't know how people can live with this. That's complicity of it just the media houses. When you see them, they will be there. Is it okay? Is it the fear? There's so much fear. I've never seen that level of fear and cowardice among people like we see in Nigeria. When you see Arise, you see Channels TV, all these Kimbawale, whatever they call themselves. I hate these people. You can't even begin to imagine. They cannot speak the truth. And this Mike Onovo, yesterday, he was hammering it. You all continue to lie to yourself. You know the truth, you know what is happening, but nobody is ready to speak. What is that all about? Matawale, we know the party is playing. Everybody know the party is playing. Train the terrorists.
They are in it together.
And people are keeping quiet. Urugumi is there, encouraging, producing, and coordinating the activities. Telling you that there will be war, there will be this. If you don't treat the terrorists right, if you don't give them their right, if you don't budget for them, what? That's why
the video of this guy I saw yesterday. I'm going to play that video.
Hey God!
This guy in the United States, this Yelwata guy that is talking in the United
Frank,
States.
Is it Frank?
Frank made a video yesterday. The video
again, he made a video. He made a video yesterday.
Yeah, Frank said he never believed that one day he will call for the disintegration of Nigeria. But from the way things are happening,
did he say that?
Yes, but the way things happen, that seems to be the only solution.
Well, bro, listen now.
He said because these people have succeeded in placing their people in all strategic places.
Oh,
so
well,
making changes is almost impossible.
Okay,
he said you have 6 people up to your own village, even your own brother. Jesus
Christ, bro. Because these are some of the people, like this guy, that Frank guy now, right? These are some of the people whom, for whatever reason, they know the problem, but they continue to hang on or hope on this one Nigeria. But it has now reached that to the brim. Because I'm surprised. I didn't know. You just telling me now that he used this word. But
I'm going to play the video. You will hear it from him.
Bro, this is what we have been saying all along. That
the same thing happened to Otom. When Otom as a governor at a stage, Otom was calling for the release of Mazen Nandekano.
Yes, he said, what did he do?
Nigerian government. What did he do? What's wrong? Somebody asked him for him to be free. If you don't want to treat him, allow him to be free.
Exactly. Otom, of course. Hey, what a man.
The only governor who was challenging Buhari openly and speaking of Mazen Nandekano then.
Governor Otom, what a man.
Governor Otom reached out to IPOB. Yeah. Before Mazen Nandekano was kidnapped, he reached out.
But bro, how ironic that we've never had not even one governor in Alibo, in Biafra as a whole, we've never had not even one governor that speaks truth, that like Otom did. Is that not a confirmation? Is that not a confirmation?
Go ahead.
Is that not a confirmation of what we've been saying here all along, that these guys, they are illegitimate. They don't represent us. They were put there. It's an imposition. It is an imposition. We did not. So because if we elected them, if legitimately they were there on our behalf, then they will speak for us. They will defend us. They will speak to that which troubles us. But they don't, because they were put there by the Caliphate. I've said that and I continue to maintain it. Because Otom was my good. He said, look, what has Nnamdi done? He asked for freedom. What is the crime in it? The people who are terrorists roaming about, Oh my God. Yeah. So I think we are entering a new phase. Obviously, if this Frank guy, is saying this now, because like I said, for them it's always like, okay, we can stay one Nigeria. Now, but it's common
He
sense.
never believe he will ask for a separate state from Nigeria.
Yeah, Mazi.
That will be the only problem, the only solution.
Mazi, 1 minute.
So these things, when we talk about these issues, it is not a joke. And one thing every one of us should know, just like my brother Christian was saying, the reason you cannot find such a person like Oton in Biafra land today is because from day one, the Fulanis have known from day one that the problem that we have is the Igbo people.
Of course.
And they took a long time. They took time to create a system that will make sure that they are in control of governance in Igbo land.
Yeah, without a doubt.
They finished that, cemented it before even they started bringing out the Islamization openly.
That was the first thing they did.
The first thing they did was to capture Biafra land through their
agents. Mm-hmm.
They planted agents up to local government.
By taking people like Hope Uzodinma, who is a criminal 419, who has no hope, knows nothing, and they bring him, for him to swear to tread on that path. This is how they began. That was the first thing they did, because they know who we are. They know that we will continue to be, that obstinacy is inbuilt and we will never succumb. They know it. So they first have to conquer our political elite, those who you know what I mean? Those who will represent us. And that is what is going on. And that is why when you talk, then go say, like that idiot was saying the other day, that the political leaders, you remember the guy, that they should be the one advocating for referendum or for Biafra. You see the game. We know this thing. We are not stupid. Our brain, it's just that sometimes situation is beyond us, but otherwise we have our brain very much intact. We know that what they did was to put there people whom, as leaders of Ndibo, Biafrans, people who will not ask for our freedom.
Who will never, ever support your freedom or ask for it.
So we will continue to remain subjugated perpetually, because when we rise and talk, they will say your elder should go and introduce introduce it in National Assembly. You see the game, right? You see the game. Hey, mad, but because they plan so well with the British. I've never made a mistake. The whole brain is a child of the. Oh God. They mastermind. Like I always say, they are not called Great Britain for nothing. This is how they roll.
Yes.
Audio.
So I'm going to play that video of Frank. Before I play that video of Frank, let's just have a short break. Then I will play that video of Frank.
Don't follow for God. Them say Tinubu don't follow for God. Tinubu don't follow for God. They want to take it, that's the top of our head. Senate house fall and the criminals, country military fall and the terrorists, injustice, Omotosha forget law for inside court, Changaro Republic at the government, Abubakar Malami don't fall for God. Him and GFCC put leg for shit. Them say Sheikh Kukumi don't fall for God. Because Donald Trump don't come to Machamo. Hingo matching Boko boys, matching terrorists. As the government knows the way for kidnapping to stop. I make it don't fall for God. Them making Nigerians see one die for suffer.
Thank you. Welcome back. Let us listen to this, our brother Frank. Let us listen to Frank and listen carefully and hear what Frank has to say.
Hello, friends. A lot of things are happening in Nigeria, and it's quite heart-wrenching, so extremely disturbing. It looks like these people will never, ever stop. And of course, there's nothing that will indicate that more than the fact that instead of this guy to act, they went as far as coming to the United States to contract lobbyists, the DCI lobby group, to help in polishing their image. Because like we keep saying, the best way to polish one's image is to act, But these guys, for the fact that they are contracting over 9 million, they are contracting the DCI for over $9 million.
Yeah.
For just a year. The highest ever that the DCI group has ever gotten. It's an indicator of the fact that they are not ready to stop. So we're in for a very long thing.
Okay.
You see, I have never in my entire life ever thought that I would want a different country from these guys.
Okay.
You didn't get that?
Yeah. I'm facing reality right now because these guys don't want to stop.
Welcome to our world.
The Fulanis want to be killing people.
My brother, when I heard this, I say,
welcome to Biafra world. Mm-hmm. The Ifeanyi, Nabo, the thing we've seen long time ago.
Long time ago, and they called us tribal bigot.
Yes. Biafra, Biadis, whatever. But you see, for this to come out of his mouth, he has seen it all. And it's something that we all seen all along, that there's no solution. Absolutely, because you cannot change their mind. They are on a mission, and nothing will stop it. And trust me, even if you bring America and be bombing, it's not going to stop nothing. Because for them is one thing or the other. It's either divide up the country, then people, this morning, bro, I was talking with someone from my relative in Asaba. And they were so appreciative of some of the things going on, like the protest, the rally they had for Nnamdi Kanu, and that people are just fed up. What we want, for Christ's sake, is just Biafra, so that these people can go and do their thing, whatever they want to do.
Simple.
We don't disturb them. We don't hold them down. Nothing. Now, for him now,
that having a caliphate is not a problem. Is not.
Yeah.
We're not against it.
Exactly.
They should take it, go to their north, and they're already having it. Let them enjoy it there now.
Exactly. Why force it on others?
They're already having it. Create that boundary. Let us have our own boundary and protect our boundary. Let's see how they can come in and implement it. Yeah.
So this guy now, he said he has never thought that he will get to this point of more or less calling for a different country, because that is what it is. Well, but sorry, but that is the only solution. If not, they will continue to buy your people. And you in America, you will not even dare to come back there again, because it will be taken away from you. So is that what you want? But if you have your entity, have your own country, you seal up your border, create your own border. So, and you'll be able to, if there are those that are already inside, you deal with them. Simple as that. Then if somebody is coming in, the answers are just there. The solutions are there for anybody who is, but people are just pretending. Like I said, that's why I like how that Mike Onovo gave it to them yesterday so clearly. He really put them to shame. Liars and deceivers, lying to yourself.
Highest ever that the DCI group has ever gotten. It's an indicator of the fact that they are not ready to stop. So we're in for a very long thing. You see, I have never in my entire life ever thought that I would want a different country from these guys. But I'm facing reality right now because these guys don't want to stop.
Okay.
The Fulanis who have been killing people every day in Nigeria have the support of their people from the Caliphate to those in government, because if those people from the Caliphate, from the Sultan of Sokoto to the likes of El Rufai, to the likes of Ganduje, to the likes of Ribadu, to the likes of
you hear that?
You see, what will they talk? How they talk now?
We are saying that he is now calling them out, all of them. They are involved in this.
One by one, by name.
When we say it here, people think that because we are on YouTube talking.
Because we want Biafra, that is why we are talking. You see, when I say it, I've been saying it, that they are all in it, whether Dangote, whether Rufayo, whether Shetimao, all of them from Sanusi safe, when be a good friend to this guy, all of them, they are all in it. It's Islamization. You see the point? Because, these are the same people hijack the country, the government. Trust me. And it's done on him now, this Frank, that the government is lying to people pretending as if they are fighting the terrorists, but they are not. They are not fighting them. Everything they are doing is just, photo. They come and tell you the military do this, and so they show you picture. The lies. It's all lies. So he has seen the light. Thank God. Thank God for that. How do you?
The Fulanis who have been killing people every day in Nigeria have the support of their people from the Caliphate to those in government, because if those people from the Caliphate, from the Sultan of Sokoto, to the likes of El Rufai, to the likes of Ganduji, to the likes of Ribadu, to the likes of even Shetima, will come together and ask these people to stop. I'm telling you to stop today.
Exactly.
But they will never stand up because it's a collective agenda. That's the truth.
Okay.
That's the truth. Look, the genocide happening in Nigeria is the worst form of genocide anywhere in the world.
100%.
Genocide anywhere in the world. And that is why the official records captures it that out of every 10 Christians killed in Nigeria, 7 out of every 10 Christians killed in the world, 7 are Nigerians. Killed by the Islamists for what?
Out of every 10 Christians killed in the world, 7 are Nigerians.
Yeah.
You can imagine. And yet, they say it's not genocide.
Look at what
make it Shore, Frank. Make sure they hear Shore and that one, David Udain. Yeah? Make them they hear. One Nigerianist. Okay.
United State in Kajuru, in Kurminwali. 3 churches were raided by Fulani terrorists, and 177 persons were abducted, kidnapped. 11 escaped. And right now, the Fulani terrorists are with the abductees in the forest. The Christian abductees, straight from the church. The government of Kaduna denied, the police denied, and the chairman of the local government denied. You see, these people are so wise and so strategic, like I keep saying, to plant people within our midst. Yes. Like the chairman is a Christian, but he was denied what happened to his own people.
You see?
So these people, these Fulani Islamists, have all over our own bread.
Exactly the thing that is happening in our land. It is now circulated everywhere.
Man, this is vindication, right? This is pure vindication. I've been saying it, heaven bear me witness. I said that all these politicians in our land, in Biafra land, they are planted people. All of them, for the most part. I use that word carefully, for the most part. All of them were planted there by the Caliphate, supporting actively and tacitly, some underground. All these hopus or all these soludo. When a soldier was saying yesterday how they are killing them, a southern soldier, how the Fulani soldiers these integrated soldiers into the military, how they are plotting their downfall, giving information. Soludo is telling Igbo youth to go and join. So if that is not enough to tell you that Soludo is working with the enemy, that he is one of the enemy, you see, it's incredible. Now, Frank is confirming it. They've planted their agents all over the place because it's not something that just started today. It's been on for a long time. So, Diego.
If you come to Benue State, from the state government level to the local government level, infiltrated, they've planned so much people. Plateau State the same, National State the same, Kaduna the same. And that goes to show you the agenda that has been there. And for any agenda to succeed, there must be moles. So they've had so much moles. For some of us, we're not surprised because even Judas, even amongst the 12, there was a Judas. So imagine amongst 1 million, how many Judases we'll have.
Yeah.
On the flip side, just imagine what happened in Kajuru this Sunday. Let's imagine that it was a mosque. Sunday service in Christendom is like Jumat, the Jumat mosque.
Yes. For the Muslims.
Friday, for the Muslims. So just imagine that a Jumat mosque was going on. And then a Christian militia group, like a militia group or a thief militia group operating in, let's say, Kano or Bauchi or Jigawa, goes to these 3 mosques and abduct people during Jumat.
Just imagine. Just try to picture this. Try to figure it in. You just imagine what the not just uproar, but the ravaging outright war that will come out of it.
From all around the world, though, not only Nigeria.
Not only Nigeria, from all around the world, they will say that this is war, and they will start, beheading people. But it will happen to Christians, and it just go quietly like normal. In fact, the government will deny it.
That's and when they were first of all denying, they denied this. Later, they begin to accept when they saw that the was obvious.
And when Rally Moore, guys like Rally Moore, whom the blessing of God is upon, when they come out to speak, you see some evil people trying to say that like the David Rudeni, that they want to divide Nigeria, that they are saying the so-called Biafra. But look at what this Frank is an analogy. He's just giving some kind of comparison, if I may use the word. Yes. Just flip it to say that Muslims on Friday in the Jumat and Christians group come out and do what it. Oh my God! So the question is, why would it be? Because what is good for the goose should be good for the gander too. Yes. So why? That is the. So no wonder you can clearly see why he has now come to this conclusion that the only solution is divide it, let everybody go their way. Otherwise, there's no hope for them. There's no hope.
They are not going to stop.
Never.
They're not going to stop.
Never. They will never stop.
Even if P2B enters there, they're not going to stop.
Bro,
you see the way they have surrounded, they have caged that P2B now. Even in this, their new party, you see the way they have caged him. Go and look at the people who are there. Even I think Abubakar is part of this program.
100. Jesus Christ, you don't know that?
Abubakar P2B is taken as his political godfather.
As his godfather. Atiku is part of the agenda, Islamization. I'm telling you. And Tinubu is part of it. Don't get deceived. Tinubu will be okay with Islamic country. Tinubu will be okay to live with it. So this one of my general I talked to. I've forgotten what I wanted to say, but oh God. This is crazy. This is absolutely insane. What is going on?
All of them, they are part of it. Tinubu and co. All of them.
Bro, Chus, I don't want to take too much of the time from this brother saying what he said, but it just gives me that serious anger, like angry within me. When you see that David Uday, that young man, he comes out and he does what he does. These are evil people. There's something sinister right inside of them, because to tell me that because of pan-Africanism, you are behaving in such a despicable, you are seeing terrorism, doing what they are doing, chopping off people's head, kidnapping people, raping children out of their stomach, and you don't talk about it. All you come to talk about is that Biafrans, oh God. But I thank God.
Those Pan-Africanists, those people are the hypocrites. They are all hypocrites.
100% hypocrites.
Whenever you talk about Pan-African, they talk about the whites who are living in Africa.
Yeah.
Living in South Africa. What of Fulani that is living in Nigeria that are not Nigerians?
Exactly. How about that? Yeah.
How about that? Fulanis that are not Nigerians. They are not even Africans.
Yeah.
We don't know where they came from.
Exactly.
Why is nobody talking about them?
Pan-African.
Country, controlling it.
Yeah.
Claiming supremacy above you. You're not even concerned about it.
Oh, there you go. Hey!
The Islamists who will call this the worst genocide ever recorded in the history of mankind. And they'll start burning everywhere. So we've been so tolerant. You see, people like, I know how many Muslims friends I've lost because they say, oh, fam, we thought you are not like this. I've never been like this, but I've been on the defensive. I've seen my community become destroyed. I've seen people I grew up with completely being killed.
You see, he say his Muslim friends, they call and say, Frank, we don't know you are like this. Why are you like this? you see, that's what they do. When they are under the government, they always pretending all is well, but now it is done on him.
So, but come to think of it, those Muslims who are saying we don't know you are like this, so really they want him to just keep quiet so that you continue to buy his people, right?
Exactly.
You continue to delineate his own ancestries, his own people, and then he's good. Then you call him a good person, right?
Yeah.
It's incredible. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Yeah.
For nothing in their own land. Fulani do not belong to Benue State, for instance. So there's no justification you coming to communities and killing people and then you begin to say it was cattle grazing. Cattle grazing, how? We regulated cattle grazing. You refuse to abide by it.
Is it?
You say you want Sharia. In Nigeria, look, we are a secular state.
Okay.
I keep mentioning this example that Senegal is 95% Muslim. But there's no Sharia.
Yes.
Can you imagine?
We just watched what happened in Morocco recently, the tournament, the AFCON. You could see Moroccan ladies in the stadium with their hair free. That is a free society. Religion should be private.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay.
Hijab does not originate from Islam. It started right from the Jewish period up to Christianity. But,
Okay.
they feel that Christian ladies do not are wayward. No, it's because the religion allows liberty. And so it feels that, look, if you can adhere to what Christ has preached, good and fine. And so it leaves you at your own liberty. If not, the lives of hijab covering does not emanate from Islam. It's a traditional, Jewish tradition up to Christianity.
Of course, that covering is Jewish tradition. Women wear
Exactly.
that, and mostly it is because of their weather over there.
Mm-hmm.
It is because of their weather. That was why they were dressing. Even men of them, that was a general dressing for the Jews before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's why
It is not because of the dusty environment then. That was why they were dressing that form and other things.
Malchus,
sisters.
Malchus, so the thing is that because is the most that is I don't even know how to describe this kind of this brand of Islamism they want to force upon Nigerian people, because I think only in Afghanistan you have that type where because we've seen in Morocco, like he just said, they dress normal, right? If you want to wear hijab, fine.
The women we are in the stadium, they are jumping
with
up.
their head uncovered, right? We see. So even in Saudi Arabia, you see all these things they're beginning to moderate, sort of, right? Yeah, but Afghanistan is the where if you as you're a woman, you're walking around and your head uncovered, you don't become letterbox, you are in big trouble. So that is what they want to impose in Nigerians. Meanwhile, accommodating, because it's kind of so diverse the way they come into it, right? These Fulanis, because they open the border and they ask the Fulanis in the entire Sahel region to come into Nigeria and settle. They said it, the governor said it, everybody don't know that, right? Even though people are pretending as if they don't know that this is the genesis of the whole problem. So they're now in, and they also know that they don't have land. Even the ones who are Nigerian Fulanis, they are not original Nigerians. So, but somehow they have to accommodate them. They have to integrate them. And the only way they can do it is a combination of using terrorism to displace people, buy people, send people to IDP camp, and keep pushing until they took over it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Audio, my brother.
They still cover themselves. But we are a religion that allows liberty, knowing that it's between you and your God. That is how religion should be. You don't force religion on people. And by the way, there is no nation on the surface of the earth practicing Sharia that is a model nation. Not Afghanistan, not Iran.
Yeah.
Iran said they are an Islamic republic and they want to spread Islam all around the world. Sharia must go all around the world. They want to stage a jihad. And ironically, the arms they are using are produced in the Christian nation of Russia.
Okay.
They want to use arms from a Christian country to spread jihad. They go as far as an atheist nation, a nation that does not believe in God, atheist nation of North Korea, to develop her nuclear capabilities. And they go to a Buddhist nation and a Tao nation of China to get their air defense system and missiles. So can you see the hypocrisy? You want to use the technology of the cavalry to kill the cavalry to spread Islam.
Infidels.
Who does that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Why can't you not allow people practice their religion in peace?
Yeah.
The first 10 most peaceful nations in the world, there's no Islamic country in it. The first 10 most peaceful country in the world, Google them. The first 10 happiest nation in the world does not have any of these guys in it. The first 10 richest nation with the highest GDPs in the world, they're all Christian majority countries, with the exception of China and Japan, which has Buddhist and Tao. So what are we saying? Why can't you allow people just be on their own? You see, you want to bring Sharia in Nigeria, and then when other parts say, okay, you can have your Sharia, let's cut off. They begin to, the Sultan, I saw a video of them going around preaching unity of Nigeria, oneness of
Imagine.
Nigeria. But you are insisting you want to practice Sharia. Why can't you allow other people who want to go?
Jesus
you can
Christ,
practice
bro.
Sharia when you cut off yourself and name yourself Republic of Arewastan.
Yeah.
Like Pakistan or Afghanistan.
Yeah.
But you want to practice Sharia in our own land that is a secular country.
Okay.
In our own land.
Right, I think something is coming, you know,
up and down.
There is something for him to be speaking. You know, the guy in there over there, for him to be saying all this, because he's speaking like us, right?
Clearly, he's not missing word anymore.
He's not missing word anymore. He's speaking exactly like us. That you want Sharia, fine. Then stay, have your own Sharia country and do it.
Simple.
But and leave the people who not be Sharia. You say you won't leave them. Which kind of trouble be that now? Leave me alone. He said no. You don't go leave me alone. Wahala. This guy just hit our job is made easy. Our job has been made easy. About choose. Hey, what a time in life. Thank can I do Jehovah? All the ego, my brother.
Finally, we are here.
We are here.
And then look, the world is modern. The fact that you destroy other people in the past is not possible now. It's not possible. And that is why even sometimes I look at some of this. The Fulanis have never won any war anywhere. Especially in modern times.
This is a fact. I want everyone to pay attention to. These
100%.
people have not won any war anywhere. They have not.
Yeah.
All this maga they are doing, this is just manipulation. They have not. Let's hear what Frank has to say here. Let's hear what he has to say.
And that is why even sometimes I look at some of this. The Fulanis have never won any war anywhere, especially in modern times. The fact that they come in the depth of the night and kill women and children and doesn't mean they are powerful.
Okay.
If they are powerful, let's stand face to face, and they'll see the might of these other tribes that they've been killing. Like I keep mentioning, during the Second World War, the soldiers that were taken from Nigeria to fight in the British frontiers in Asia, in Myanmar, in Malaysia, were not Fulani soldiers. They were soldiers from the Middle Belt, thief soldiers, Idoma soldiers, soldiers from Plateau. Majorly. The soldiers during the Civil War who won the Civil War for Nigeria were basically Middle Belt soldiers and Yoruba soldiers.
Yeah.
T.Y. Danjuma, the thief soldiers there, the Angas soldiers, Lantern soldiers, the Yoruba soldiers, Obasanjo, and the Scorpion.
Yeah, they take the glory.
The guy who was famously known as the Scorpion. There's no any remarkable Fulani man there. So you are not strong. You are just coming like the devils that you've always been in the depth of the night from the bushes and striking communities, and you think you're strong. Because you plotted so that the soldiers, your people in authority have strategized and plotted so that they will disarm all these communities that they've always done to all the Benue communities, all the Plateau communities and Southern Kaduna communities. And then you come and strike and kill people, then you think you are strong?
Yeah.
We want peace. We've been preaching peace, and it's quite unfortunate that we've been preaching peace, and these people are not adhering to it. They thought, okay, like I keep saying, we're in the modern world. We'll use these tools that we have, the internet, to propagate.
Oh, that's all we got to get here now.
All right.
Yeah,
well, you know, Brachus, see, this is it sometimes, that is why also at the end of the day, I will always give the glory to Chukwuka Abiyama, because he is, without him, there's nothing. Absolutely. Sometimes I'm tempted to think that then come late, slightly late, this caliphate with the agenda, because we live in a different time frame. Can you imagine if this was like in the 60s, right? Because the thing is that in the world today, everything again, biblical more or less, that the crooked way shall be made straight, and the dark places light will shine everywhere, because there's nothing you do now that is hidden anywhere. Internet covers it. Even in the village, even in farms, people carry mobile phones, smartphones. As it happen that they put them straight, the whole world is here. So like what the Turkish did, during the Ottoman and Further Empire, when they wipe away the Christians in Turkey and turn Turkey into Islamic country. If it was now, it would be difficult,
Yes.
Because the whole world will be shouting. The people will be, as you are buying them, they will be videoing it, posting it to America, posting it to Israel, posting it to the rest of the world. In Lebanon, the same thing happened. Under the dark age, they came and they wiped away Christians and took over. Now they want to spread it all over the world. But they came late, slightly late, because the world has changed. The world has changed. As they are denying the Nigerian government, who is saying they are fighting terrorism, the whole world is seeing that the Nigerian government is the terrorists themselves. Because they will come and buy people, kidnap people, they will look away. Even when you are telling them, they will deny it until they can no longer deny it. And they now turn around and confess. Odiego, my brother.
Let's watch their deception also.
Davos is Nigeria's Foreign Minister, Yusuf Metmatuga. Minister, thank you so much for being with us. As I just mentioned, the head of the Christian Association of Nigeria in Kaduna did tell CNN that 177 people were kidnapped from a church, 9 of them having been returned, leaving 168, at least for now, unaccounted for. Obviously, as you know, this debate has raged on for many months. Some international observers will look at this and say, of course, it points to more evidence that Christians are a religious minority in Nigeria that continue to be persecuted. But obviously, a lot of experts, and as you know, I am myself Nigerian too, a lot of experts do realize that
this lady is a Nigerian, and her saying that she's a Nigerian to this criminal is a shock.
Naibo guy now.
And you will see how he's going to be responding. He's going to be mindful of what he's going to say.
You mean she?
The lady is a Nigerian. The lady.
Naibo, I chose an Igbo woman. I've seen her before.
Yeah. So
yeah, you said she.
As she introduced herself, the man face changed.
You said she would be what? Mindful of how she speaks?
No, the man himself, in his response to the questions, he's now calculating how to respond, because most of the things he has to respond, the girl has first-hand information on it. Yeah, but this guy, when you see this terrorists you are looking at, people, the world can continue to lie to themselves. These are terrorists. These are proponents of Islamization of Nigeria. All of them. This Tuga guy, but it's all right. I think slightly they came late, because when you wake up, you don't go back to sleep. The whole world is aware what is happening now. Make we see what thing go talk.
Were kidnapped from a church, 9 of them having been returned, leaving 168, at least for now, unaccounted for. Obviously, as you know, this debate has raged on for many months. Some international observers will look at this and say, of course, it points to more evidence that Christians are a religious minority in Nigeria that continue to be persecuted. But obviously, a lot of experts, and as you know, I am myself Nigerian too, a lot of experts do realize that violence in Nigeria is certainly agnostic, meaning that you have Muslims who are targeted, you have Christians who are targeted. Still, regardless of the rationale and the reason behind certain groups being targeted, what concrete steps is the Nigerian government taking at this point in time to ensure that the most vulnerable populations across Nigeria are safe and protected?
Malchut, before the man talk, you see that lies, because this is CNN, just like BBC. They are the same people. These are evil people. How does she come about that narrative that Christians are minority? Christians are not minority. Christians are more than Muslims in Nigeria, but they've sold that lie, and they don't care to ask questions to know.
Script they wrote for her to read.
Exactly. So this is that typical Western narrative that Christians are minority. They are not minority, but that will enhance their push, right, to achieve the agenda. That is Islamization of Nigeria. because it's a fact that Christian. Look at the whole of that middle belt. The middle belt, almost all of them are Christian. Then think about South. So where is the Muslim there? Odiego, my brother. Odiego.
Thank you for having me. There have been so many steps that have been taken. One you've already spoken of, the partnership with the United States of America in targeting some of the bandits and terrorists in their hideouts. And this is something that we have always called for, that the Tinubu administration has always called for partners to join with us, because we have always been a regional anchor. So it's a matter also of narratives. It's very important to see the conflict for what it is. It's a regional conflict that has spilled over into Nigeria. It is not removed from the conflict in the Sahel. It's not removed from what happened in Libya many years ago. It's not removed from the proliferation of weaponry, of fighters, and climate change issues, and so many other complex issues. So it's important to look at it holistically and come up with a lasting solution. And that's what we're trying to do. And I think with regards to narratives, it's also important to see Nigeria for what it is, a very diverse country that actually has not fared badly compared to countries that are more homogeneous, that we have been living with each other in peace, in spite of some of the fringe or even conflict areas in border areas that, yes, now are cascading downwards. But very important to define it for what it is so that we can find the right solutions. We have forest guards, we have several other initiatives. In fact, we had done very well with the fight against Boko Haram. We were trying to sort out the thousands that had surrendered. Some were innocent victims caught in conflict areas until the coup in Niger, and Niger pulled out of the multinational joint task force that was working so well because it allows for the right of pursuit. It allows for soldiers, Nigerian soldiers, to pursue terrorists into Niger and vice versa.
Mr. Foreign Minister, thank you so much for joining us. Regarding the most recent abduction there of nearly 200 worshipers from churches, there were initial conflicting reports where state officials were denying it until ultimately they were confirmed by the police. This year marks Nigeria's first ever sovereign pavilion at Davos there at Nigeria House. How are you ensuring investors and world and business leaders that you are meeting with there that Nigeria is a place of stability when internal security reporting at times, as we've just noted, is itself conflicting and at odds?
We're urging potential investors to treat us the same way, to look at us the same way that they look at other countries. The fact that there is
which other country
in a country of 923,000 square kilometers does not mean you write off the entire country. And some of the conversations that are taking place here also have to do with Africa's risk bias, where the issue of risk, geopolitical risk in particular, is overhyped when it comes to Africa.
Look
which
at that.
Doesn't apply in other parts of the world. So it's very important.
Hey, it won't bring racial whatever.
That the Tinubu administration has been making with macroeconomic reforms, with the tax reforms that makes it easier for investors to come into Nigeria.
They're not tired of lying and their manipulation.
Corporate income tax, reform of the foreign exchange. We can actually come to Davos and use our Nigerian cards here, credit cards, without a limit. 43 billion in foreign reserves. I can go on and on and on. Our sovereign bonds, our treasury bills with a yield of 8 to 10%. So let us look at Nigeria holistically. Let us not continue to dwell on some of these isolated incidents.
Define
the entire country.
Sweep it under the carpet. Why they massacre Christians?
Note that sometimes when we dwell on some of these incidents, when we don't frame the narrative correctly, we actually trigger some of these incidents, because that's when some of the bandits and the terrorists try to go for innocent civilians and you try to use them as human shields, because they
don't become
me
here, you see.
So the rhetoric and the way and manner we speak about these things is very, very important in a multicultural, multi-religious setting like Nigeria.
Because Gumi said they shouldn't be calling them terrorists. That is what he's saying.
They are always speaking up for these terrorists anywhere you find them.
Oh God!
These people are part of the program. You heard Frank say it here that they have positioned their people in strategic places.
Everywhere, yeah.
To change the narrative. That is why federal government could be able to pay 9 million just to change the narrative.
9 million to go and lie.
Not to correct the problem, or to change the narrative.
Yeah.
And allow them to do their program.
If there was any doubt, if you ever doubted the fact that this government is a terrorist government that is not serious in fighting terrorism, that is clearly the answer for you, because the fact that they will go and spend an amount of money that runs into billions in naira rather than address the problem. Forget about lobbying. You don't need to lobby here. In this circumstance, the Nigerian government does not need to lobby anybody. What you need to do,
go and solve the problem.
What you need to do is unleash your potentials in solving the problem. And the world we see, you have everything that it takes to deal. And look, we are not just saying it to prop up anything. Nigeria have what it takes. They have the military equipment that can go after them, but they won't.
Everything, they have it.
And since America, under Trump's administration, steps in, these people continue to go into churches, kidnap hundreds of people, buy the ones they will buy. So what are you doing to mitigate it, to stop it?
From state to state, nobody's stopping them.
Nobody stop them. They walk in convoy. You don't do nothing. What are you? But again, when you look, you see these guys. They carefully goes to network that will allow them to get away with lies and deception, with rubbish, like BBC, like CNN. Let them go to Fox News. Let them go to Fox. Let them go to Fox News and see how they will be hammered there by Fox News journalists. I'm telling you the truth.
They will never go there.
They will never go there. They will go to all these globalist, left-leaning, bunch of criminals. These are Democrats, CNN, of course. Yeah. They are the ones who were under Obama and Biden. They were supporting all this whole thing. This is where they will go and get away with easy question with no pushback. How do you go, my brother?
Some of the concrete steps that Nigeria is taking in order to boost security. I mean, I have family in Nigeria, and this is a top issue for everyone I love who is based in the country right now. You mentioned the partnership with the United States, just in terms of that airstrike that we saw on Christmas Day. Can you be more transparent with us? This is one of the complaints that I've heard from a lot of people within the country, just a bit more transparent about the actual result of that particular airstrike. We were told time and time again by the Nigerian government that there were no civilians who were hurt or killed during that airstrike. But what can you tell us about the number of terrorists specifically that were targeted and killed, I should say, as a result of this partnership with the United States?
Sister Stella.
I'm always transparent, I promise you.
That's why I brought up her this thing. I had you. That's why I brought up her text. That's why I brought it up.
Okay.
Our sister Stella.
Yes.
The only thing is there that every one of us know where the whole thing is going. Trump have not said such. He has not said he wants to divide Nigeria.
Yeah.
Trump has not made such a statement. The only statement that is now waking people up to suspect what is coming is that the members of I think Rami Moore and Co have said they are going to present solutions on what to be done to settle the issue of Nigeria. So people are suspecting that among those solutions
will be that.
Breaking up of Nigeria must be that solution. So that is just the suspicion people have. Not that Trump have said he's, or anybody have said no. But in those solutions, if at all they are genuine and sincere to solve the problem, definitely that will be among the solutions that will be on the table.
100%. If they are genuine.
When the issue of when they reject removing Sharia from the law of Nigeria, the only other thing that remains there should be disintegration.
Simple.
So it's because of this issue that people are now rounding up that we are going to come back to that.
Yeah, so everybody is now insinuating, sort of, but it has not been pronounced neither by Rallimore or Trump himself. But obviously, we also know these people to be people who are intelligent, very smart people. They have solutions to problems.
Yes.
Unlike some of these cowards we have in Africa, whom even when they have the problem, they lack the bravery, they lack the will to solve it. So Rallimore knows that the problem of Nigeria, if you don't solve it from the root cause, from lasting point of view, then it's a waste of time. You are just wasting your bomb, you are wasting your energy, you are wasting everything, because it is going to continue. And Frank just said it, that Frank guy, to the extent that he's now at the point where he's calling for disintegration, because basically that's what he said. Okay? So the solution is, remove this illegal constitutions, Islamic constitution they put there, remove it in all the states in the country. If you cannot do that, so it's as simple as you go and practice what you want in your own, and we go our separate way. Everybody go their separate way. Thank you.
That's right.
Transparent with us. This is one of the complaints that I've heard from a lot of people within the country. Just a bit more transparent about the actual result of that particular.
They will never be transparent.
We were told time and time again by the Nigerian government that there were no civilians who were hurt or killed during that airstrike. But what can you tell us about the number of terrorists specifically that were targeted and killed, I should say, as a result of this partnership with the United States?
Oh, yeah.
I may be wearing a black anorak, but I'm always transparent. I promise you.
Not true.
Answer the question now. Let us know the number of terrorists that were killed. That is how to be transparent. It's a simple question she asked. Be transparent in your presentation and your report. Now she has asked that question. Make we see whether he can tell us now. Just listen. Person will say him in the we are black, but he won't be transparent.
A man of Takia will tell you truth.
Don't mind him. Let's listen.
This is an operational matter. I am Minister of Foreign Affairs, and I think these questions are best answered by those in charge of our military, those in charge of our security. But suffice it to say that there were specific targets that were hit, and as is the case with some of these strikes, sometimes you don't get the right target, but it underscores the willingness of Nigeria and the United States, and indeed other countries, to towards a better understanding of the conflict in the region, and to work together towards bringing it to an end, because it is a conflict that affects the entire planet. The West African region and the Sahel and Lake Chad regions in particular are among the fastest growing regions in the world. Nigeria is going to be 400 million in the next 24 years. The African continent is going to be the most populous, I guess. And it's important that we nip these conflicts at the bud so that they don't spill over into other continents, so that the Sahel does not become a breeding ground for terrorism, for extremism, for all sorts of criminal activity. And regionally, we're doing a lot. It's Nigeria that is shouldering a lot of responsibilities. In a month, if you look at the work that we've done, intervening in Republic of Benin, where there was a coup attempt, providing shelter for an opposition leader after an election.
He didn't answer the question he was asked.
Guinea-Bissau. It's a lot of responsibilities, and we need the support we need to be supported with the equipment. We need
then
to
they
be
shelter them
supported
for
with
Benin, but their own citizens, they're not fit shelter
training,
them.
and more importantly, we need to be supported with the understanding and the right framing to what is happening in our region and what is happening in the country.
Minister, unfortunately, we are out of time. I have my producers telling me that in my ear that we are out of time, but I would love to have you back on to expand on...
The girl will still tell them the same way tell them before. Try to report something open. Just hear it. The girl will still tell them that word again.
In the country.
Minister, unfortunately, we are out of time. I have my producers telling me that in my ear that we are out of time, but I would love to have you back on to expand on some of these points, particularly your point on this idea that sometimes you don't get the right target. Again, I would appreciate more transparency from the Nigerian government about what you meant by that, but also, I think equally, what actually was struck and what we know about the number of terrorists that were killed in that strike on Christmas Day. Minister, we have to leave it there. Minister Yusuf Maitma Tuga, thank you so much. We'll be right back after the short break with more.
And you still remind them again. Make sure you are transparent and tell us the number.
Yeah, but Brachi, you see that this lady now, when saying be Nigeria, she's just making reference to the number of terrorists that were killed. Because that is what you do. You have to kill the terrorists. There's absolutely no other way. But now I'm hearing, I've not confirmed concretely, that the Supreme Court is urging them not to kill the terrorists. Like I said, I will still need to have a confirmation of that fact. Because when you talk about Supreme Court in Nigeria, again, you are talking about the Caliphate Supreme Court. They are in charge of it.
Yes.
So it was the same Supreme Court that sentenced Sunday Jackson to death for defending himself. So you can clearly see that the Caliphate, like we all know now, they've taken the charge of the entire country, all the apparatus, all the sectors in government. For many, many decades ago, they've taken charge. They planted their, agents all over the place. So that is why the Supreme Court will sentence to death somebody who fought and defended himself. And there's another one now also pending. And that is so obviously the facts are all over the place. If you don't believe in fact, that is a different thing altogether. But otherwise, the facts are just here for everybody to see that the Nigerian government is a terrorist one. You can deceive yourself all you want with Tinubu. He's part of it. He is just part of it. It's all about making Nigeria Islamic country. That is the number one agenda. But we will see how it works out, because we thank God for people that God has also raised to speak out, in defense of the defenseless Christians. So that's what's going on now, my brother. What do you do?
So let us hear again from what is happening in Biafra land, how people are being carried along. Sometimes when we stay abroad, we are online talking, we think that people at home are not following up. People at home are following up. Let us also listen to public opinion coming from Biafra land and how they are seeing the whole thing unfolding and how they are also connecting to all the issues.
Going on in Washington now, according to Gallimore, Nigeria just wake up one day and meet themselves in Biafra.
Let me just tell you, the president is back now. Whether his lobbying trip did not succeed or not, nobody knows. But from what we are seeing, the president just walked in a few hours ago back to Nigeria, revealing that the international advanced high-tech diplomacy he was trying to play with the United States of America might have backfired, and that was how he came in quietly and went straight to Asu Rock to actually, cool off, to reveal what is actually going on. The first thing remains that, Biafra is a question Nigeria can never answer.
The question Nigeria never answers.
I'm just being honest to you.
What kind of answer?
Yes, because you saw it very clearly that it was an intentional thing that the U.S. government actually disclosed or made something that's supposed to be confidential and make it open. it has become a public thing. How Nigerian government, initiated a lobbying process that took them $9 million.
$9 million US.
And to run for 6 months. And for them exposing such things that's supposed to be confidential, according to African Confidential, the platform that publishes is African Confidential. So it's a high-level secret engagement that was supposed to be exposed. But Bola Ahmed Tinubu felt otherwise, that Nuhu Ribadu did not do his work very well. How can you go there and after lobbying $9 million and nothing came out of it at the end of the day? He came back quietly and now went to Aso Rock, to cross his leg and begin to have a proper, rethinking of how this thing has become a reality. Nigeria has actually collapsed on the process of trying to lobby the US government, one, to step down on the issue of genocide. Can you imagine? On this administration, I learned it was Nuhu Ribadu that was engaged in that process. Not only that, they discovered also that it looks like, the agitation for the restoration of the sovereignty of Biafra has taken another deeper dimension within the US government. Under the former Secretary of State, Mark Pompeo, who happens to be former Secretary of State to Donald Trump first term.
Let me log out and log in again. I have a little bit issue now.
Okay.
But the reality is this, that instead of seeing how to resolve this thing, high level of diplomacy and all that, we are hearing that there are now options. We can see a document. This document actually showed very clearly that what is coming is going to surprise millions of Nigerians, Africans, and the world when it is going to be made public. The decision of the United States of America, not the decision of Asuroko, not the decision of AU, not the decision of ECOWAS, not the decision of EU, not the US government decision on the issue of trying to combat or if possible reduce or possibly eradicate, finally eliminate anything that has to do with continuous killing under whatever name you call it. And they have looked at it very well. There's no how they're going to say it. And Ralimo made it very clear. Ralimo is a US senator who led US senators delegate team to Aso Rock to visit Nigerian government. He has gone back and said that Nigeria is the worst place a Christian can stay and live. You can go out for shake. That means talk up. While he was making that statement, Bola Ahmed Tinubu was not in the country. Everything was on the autopilot. No media briefing. Nobody can counter Ralimo as at that time. And secondly, Nigeria have already indicted themselves. I keep on saying it. Muslim ticket was a serious threat. And a door opening for proper agitation for the restoration of the first Jewish nation in Africa. And that was how they majestically went to United Nations General Assembly, where the Vice President, Shetima, sat down and told the whole world, including America and Israel, that they are under direct threat of the Nigerian military, who are capable of doing anything. You are threatening America, you are threatening Israel in the United Nations Assembly. That was the reactivation and solution that triggered, that engineered, not Igbo. What do we do? Because you cannot go against American foreign policy. Some of the American foreign policies include targeting terrorism anywhere in the world. Yes, it's part of, including Israel. And you came and you are supporting this Hamas in the United Nations. Then you already declared yourself an enemy of Nigeria. the world. You have declared yourself an enemy of even Nigeria. You have declared yourself an enemy of the United States of America. You have declared yourself an enemy of Israel. Today, I said it, that it is going to be a massive jubilation all over the world concerning what is about to come. Now you might wake up one day, you discover that this man they call Donald Trump, the 47th president of the United States of America, has signed a particular document signaling that there is going to be a nation called Biafra. Simple as that. And there's nothing you can do.
Oh my dear.
Said,
so much expectation.
We are going to present it as an option to U.S. government. That is what I'm talking about. One of the most sophisticated, intelligent senator in the history of America. That they're going to present it. That the only way out to stop the killing is to declare a Christian nation called Biafra sovereignty.
He has a crystal ball.
Nigeria will not tell you they are not
He's
aware.
making a suggestion to run him off.
That there is
He get crystal ball. No. Well, he's reading something into the word of Ralimot and Trump.
For over 30, 40 years now. It is ongoing. The Nigerian government seems to not be too serious about it.
The most interesting thing in what I applaud this is that it is important to know that they are following up in homeland.
Oh, of course, they are following. They are following.
They are following up. They are following very, very closely. So it's not just as if they are just sitting back and they are not.
No, they are following seriously, in spite of the fact that the harsh prevailing circumstance in Nigeria, the lack of constant electricity, they don't have electricity, and the means of data and getting data, this how they call it, data, right, to power their phone. So this thing is tough, but they are still managing. I follow them. I mean, I listened to them in the past. This very brother here, he's good. They do their best. There was a time, some of them were like, not exactly like all over the place, sort of, but how it's understandable, when the enemy comes and they try and sow the seed of division, so they were attacking this, they were attacking that. But at the end of the day, we must realize, and I've said it uncountable number of times, that our goal, our, direction or our destination have to be one place, and that is it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the route you follow, but where we're going is one place. If you are not heading towards there, then simple as that. It's Biafra. Biafra is the destination. And if you are not heading there, then obviously you are heading to hellfire. Simple. How do you go?
But people are dying. And the number of people who have died more are Christians. So there's need to create a safe haven for them. And that's the reason why they are telling you, the Nigerian government who went there and be spending that kind of money, things have actually gone out of hand. You wake up one day to hear the story of this great nation, kingdom, emerging from Africa. And I can tell you on a good note, that is the only solution. Those who are running away from the Middle Belt and the northern hegemony, northern hemisphere, where are they heading to? They are looking for a safe place. And the only safe place is where they can go and be with their brothers and sisters. Already, let me just tell you, whether you like it or not, the New York Times has just published recently that there was a man in Anambra State that sells screwdriver. His name is Emeka. He was the one that ordered United States of America to bomb Sokoto. New York Times. Go and check it. New York Times. I'm just adding up on this platform for you to know what is actually going on. But I can tell you in honest truth, the White House is currently bubbling. And I can tell you that Biafra is already in Washington.
So that is it. I just bring it up and so that we can equally know how people back home are following up, regardless of all the intimidation, the attack, the hardship,
Mazi, ife game, ife na-achọ oke mmiri oke mmiri na-achọ izo, ọ ga-ezo soon, ike nke Chukwu, ọ ga-ezo. Maka onye anu a, that guy bụ Frank Ama. Ima how many times o mego address in the congressmen and senate in America? Ọ dịrị ọkwa efe o.
Ọ dịrị easy.
Hey, and for him to come out,
they call him personally. Most times they call him personally to get information and all that.
One on one, yeah. And the fact in Oputa now, yesterday, quite for Oku, fingers crossed, fingers.
Yeah, we're not going to give up. We're not going to give up. Everybody should continue to do what he or she can be able to do. We'll continue to speak. We'll continue to speak on anywhere we find ourselves. Don't be silent. If there is any time to be silent, not this time.
Not this time, absolutely.
We need to speak more because they still need information and evidence. Really, because to battle this $9 million is not a small thing. You cannot battle it by just keeping silent.
You see the effect of it. It was coming up all over the place when New York Times begin to propagate lies that the screwdriver seller in Onitsha is the one that gave the U.S. government the intel in which they bombed Sokoto. Can you imagine that? You know, so it's part of it. It's part of somebody cooked up this whole propaganda in New York Times. And New York Times is one of them media house like CNN and BBC. They are all the same. We know where they are. You know, so it's just a pathetic situation.
It's so pathetic. We can't be able to keep silent. So we'll continue to expose them and reveal those things they don't want people to hear. As they are hiding it, we'll continue to say it. All we need, if we can't keep the pressure on, it will be difficult. We need to keep the pressure on, doing everything we are doing. So let's look into some of the issues they have on the media. This one says mass abductees rescued in Zamfara as women give birth shortly after freedom.
How then they rescue them? This is a rescue business. We know they know.
They don't tell us. You can imagine they will not tell you how many terrorists we are
yeah. Rescue by who? And how? How did that come about?
They pay ransom, the families pay ransom and they come out, then government will not claim rescue.
Yeah, because because it's an act that this government in Nigeria, they are all in cahoots in this kidnapping. They are funneling money to the terrorists through this mechanism. They pay ransom and they use it to equip themselves, buy more arms and ammunition in the black market. It's all over the place. You can buy arms and ammunition all over the place in the black market. So this is what the government is. And when I say government, I say because Shetima is the one running the government. You know, so especially the security sector. Shetima is running it. And he has told you that they don't want kinetic approach, you know, that is not going to work. So, and it's just crazy. Absolutely crazy, my brother.
You know, when Shetima said it, people thought it was a joke. Fulani can get away with anything as far as Nigeria is concerned.
Yeah.
They have medically, when you say stop open grazing, they tell you they cannot stop it. Up to today, cows are moving in Abuja.
Can you imagine? Where is the Tinubu then? Where is the Tinubu and his order?
Now they have told you that the only system to follow is to negotiate with these terrorists.
Yeah.
Negotiate with them, forgive them, put them into military and police. And that is what they're doing. They don't care how you feel. They don't care what you think. Just like Frank was saying in that video, that these people have placed their own people in strategic positions. And when you listen to them, they are speaking the same tone.
Exactly.
Even with the presence of the United States, with the pressure from the United States, they are still saying the same thing. And they are ready to back down. Not today, not tomorrow.
Yeah.
Adamawa man's son charged with killing sister over witchcraft allegations, setting house ablaze. Imagine.
God.
Abia man arrested for conducting illegal voters registration for politicians with INEC device. You see, Abia, Odus Okali is already preparing to remove OT.
Yes, exactly. Ian Benjamin.
All of them. Look at what they are doing. Abiaman arrested for conducting illegal voters registration for politicians with INEC device. 6 years on, Nigerian police defy court, refuse to pay 50 million compensation to slain journalist family. They will not pay. They pay waiting. They will not pay. Now to share money, billion, trillion. That is what they do. Davido's father breaks silence, says multiple DNA tests rules out celebrity son as father of Ibadan girl.
Rubbish.
Tinubu government moved to scrap HND, empower polytechnics to award degrees.
Rubbish.
Mad people everywhere. Watch suspect in Arise news anchor. Sami Madu Agu killing. Okay, these are the people they arrested for the killing of that girl. Sami Madu Agu. Arraigned court set 3 days hearing. And all these people, all this crowd, that they come carry the woman.
Nigeria government, don't believe anything they show you. These people, oh God.
Who know where they go carry these ones? Now innocent people, now come they line them up. Look at the crowd.
Yeah, and after lining them up, you don't know what happens next. Maybe they say, okay, then don't show you. You don't see them now. Good. Then release them. Then go do their bit. This country, if people understand that country the way we understand it, you don't even drink water. They lie. Oh my goodness, deception. Every time it's how to deceive people, how to lie, paint black, green. Look at all these hefty men kill one girl. What does that mean? What? Oh God, my brother, I know that all these ones. Don't they believe all these photo and then they show you? No. Don't believe them. Don't believe these people at all.
Who are they? Even if this one where we say they never mentioned their name, I'm not sure any Igbo man is among them. If Igbo man they don't have with their name, they go begin to give you their names.
So, but these people, they reach 20. So, how then kill? Now, the guy went and say jump from upstairs or what?
When they say some armed robbers come to their street, and they get jump. So, all these armed robbers go at the same time. They go
No. I don't believe them one bit. It's a government.
These people don't need to invade Abuja.
I wonder, hefty guys, look at them. It's a government of lies and deception. Tinubu, everything went full in head now. Lie. He go lie to you. He doesn't care. He will not. He doesn't. He just say it. What? Wait. Not be Nigeria. They know the people. They know them. Then study them like book. Anything you tell them, they run with it.
We've done everything required. Police inspector protests. Delayed promotion months after passing 2025 board exercise.
But Rajus, you know that was it not IBB Babangida? Probably was Babangida. I don't know for sure. Recently said that the problem with Nigeria is that they don't ask questions. And Kule Olawumi, there's something he told the media house about Fridays. What happens in the defense academies, judges, all these places. Yeah. None of them, nobody will say, let me go and investigate and come and tell Nigeria. If Kule Olawumi, what he said is true, that every Friday they will open the gate wide open. People who are not outsiders, the public, they come into defense academy to do Jumat. So this is not a country, it's just rubbish. Everything is lie.
This one say Lagos disburses 40 million naira to families of fallen LASMA officers. They disburse money to Agboro group of Tinubu. But the military men where they fall, most of their widows are still begging for money. Nobody they listen to them.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about them. Mad people. CAF fines Algeria $100,000, hands march ban to players over AFCON violence against Nigeria. You never see anything. Trump calls Somalia failed non-nation. Trump calls Somalia failed.
With no government or police.
With no government or police. Threatens Minnesota lawmakers Elhan Omar.
Yeah, but it's true now. Somalia is a
that one they for organized country. They make noise, they cause confusion. Meanwhile, his own Somalia is they should report him, make him go repair his country.
So if Trump called Somalia a failed state, like he called Nigeria a disgraced nation, is there any lie to is that a lie?
There's no lie in it now.
They lie. So the world, the globalists, they want somebody who will come and romance world. That is who will not mad people.
Paint what? Sokoto politician denies sodomy allegation. Says claim was fabricated after rejecting sexual advances from 2 unnamed men. You see the kind of case for their caliphate.
Yeah.
Now the kind of case where they did their case of sodomy. Mad people. Mad people. This one na football. We know there for another thing. Saudi Arabia, 7 others agree to join Trump backed board of Peace on Gaza initiative. Trump is winning everywhere. Trump is winning.
Yeah.
There's one thing I say again about Putin. Putin accepting Trump offer, also peace offer and whatever.
Yeah.
Putin say he's ready. He's ready to go with in that program. He called Trump the only peacemaker available now.
And it's true. That's a fact.
Of course. The only serious man who is determined to make peace
is Trump. That's a fact. But some people may not like it because, one, he didn't join them to wage war against Russia and cause a third world war, or because he's looking out for Christians who are being genocided in Nigeria. They don't like that because they would have liked him to just stay quiet like British did, stay quiet while they slaughter Christians, and they will not even speak about it.
They will not.
No.
Trump says US-NATO agree framework for Greenland. Arctic deal. Suspend planned tariff.
Maybe they don't struck deal for that.
They must give in. If they don't give in, they go here.
Yes.
Are you playing with Trump? Trump is not playing. Ghanaian national arrested in US for concealing criminal record while seeking immigration benefits. This one say orthopedic, the snoring giant by Adema. I beg, I'm not gonna go sit down. Where will be this one? Terrorists abduct 2 chiefs in Kogi community.
Ozokwa.
3 hours ago.
Okay. Yeah.
Why they are talking 3 hours ago? These people will never stop. They will not stop.
Never.
Bombing from air and this will not stop them. They will intensify more.
Yeah.
These people. Just imagine. Terrorists abduct 2 chiefs. They are going for the chief in Kogi community. Imagine. Governor Abdulrazak suspend Kwara Poly rector. Others probe into student protest. So, Hajj Commission Board petition Tinubu seek removal of chairman over corruption allegation. Hajj Commission Board, where they go Hajj. When I went down,
government, they waste money. They're wasting money.
Went down. AAC urges Oyo residents to join party ahead of 20,000. Now, show people. When I say party go still change your life. Sorry.
Yeah.
What happened to Ozokomen? Nigerian government to arraign Mike Ozokomen over alleged London property fraud. Hey! Serve the zoo and come back in shame.
Exactly.
If you want to deal with Mazen Nandekan, you should keep your hand clean.
Yeah.
If your hand is not clean, it will come back to haunt you.
Mm.
That is one thing. It will. You must pay. You must pay. You must pay in a very short distance time. When you did here, they do other things. They do business with the case of Mazen Nandekan.
Yes.
They do business. They seek for relevance. After case where you don't win it, then they beg Buhari. They beg Buhari. Now we understand why they beg Buhari, because you have a case. They get something against you. Because Osakama, where we know, should have stood his ground and continue. Even they go to international court, they drag them to international court after winning that case.
Yeah.
But because of these indictments where he get these skeletons in his cupboard,
yeah,
that was why he could not move further.
Yeah.
And Mazen Nandekan, as a spiritual man he is, he sees far. That if he continue with this man, Nigerian government have something against him.
Yeah.
He cannot speak boldly the way he has to. That is why I like this our lawyer. What is he called? Aloy Ejimako. Aloy Ejimako will tell you that I'm a Biafra. We are Biafrans.
100%. Yeah.
We are Biafrans.
Of course.
He will say it, and we have right to say it.
Of course.
Mad people everywhere. Nigerian police dismissed 12 inspectors, including Obo, illegally held in detention for months. One corporal. No, that one no be news now. We know say all your policemen are corrupt. This one's where you dismiss now. Maybe somehow their case don't indict many senior officers. It don't affect many senior officers, so they carry them, come them, make you no come rob others. Akpabio head to Supreme Court to challenge appeal court decision on Natasha's suspension. Now, power the rule for Nigeria. Once you get position, you are entitled to do anything. You can change the laws, you can twist it, you can challenge anything, you can buy the court, you can buy the lawyers.
Of course.
You can get away with anything.
Yeah.
If Nigeria were to be a reasonable, a responsible country, this man should be in jail.
100%. 100%.
A man that was investigated by EFCC that stole money.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, we saw him, he became the Senate president.
Yeah.
The same way a drug baron became the president.
And
appointed the same man who investigated the drug baron, who said he has evidence to nail him for life. Nuhu Ribadu became the national security advisor.
Can you imagine?
When you put this thing together as a sensible person, tell me how that country will work. How on earth will such a country work? With all these things, when you put them together, how can a country that has all these things in them work? How? Explain to me. God. Engineers accuses UNICEF of abandonment, neglect after severe injuries on official duty. And so now, all this, not all this organization where Trump don't pull out from. All of them, why you? Illegality, fraud, and they promote all of them. Bandits demand 28.9 million for lost motorcycle before ransom talk. Before ransom talk for 166 abducted Christians. Did you hear their demand? They said before they go begin to talk about ransom for abduction, though, before you go talk about it, say government go pay them 28.9 million
before the routine.
For their lost motorcycle. Then after that, you now talk about ransom.
Oh, you see?
Abducted Christians.
That's what's happening in Nigeria.
You can imagine. Now these people, where they abduct, where they deny you, where they were denying.
Exactly.
Just last Sunday. This thing happened last Sunday. And they denied it. This was the issue that they were interrogating this idiot in CNN today.
Toga.
Like I just played. That's that Toga. This was the issue.
Not be named be Toga. Mohammed. Toga.
Toga, whatever. Toga, nonsense name that I don't know what it means.
Yeah.
Look at it. Those Christians now, that they have to pay 28.9 million for their motorbike where they lose.
Okay.
After that, then they will now talk about ransom for the release. You can imagine the boldness.
Yeah.
I could remember in this Nigeria, At a point in time, these bandits begin to demand for rice. When they talk about ransom, they go say, make you bring rice, bring skippers, bring fried meat, bring cigarettes.
So those Christians now, this whole demand too, now so they go public or not so they go viral, America go see them too. Really more. That they have to pay 28, go count times some, by their dollar value. So you can't begin to imagine in the same country where you say, oh, now they serious, they fight terrorism. And these guys will come and post this thing, and you have the satellites and everything. You would know them, you see them, you know where they are, but you don't go after them. No.
Because 166 people is not just, 160 people, no, now luxurious boss go carry them.
Oh.
Some luxurious boss they contain up to 160.
You know they feel carry. Oh, okay. How? That is the question.
Cannot contain 166 people.
Okay.
So tell me how they take carry this crowd.
Only in Nigeria.
Waka. So they go where person not going to see them again. And they take bold demand for ransom.
Yeah. And the people say no go talk. Yeah.
Oh God.
Only in Nigeria.
In the so-called sovereign state.
Yeah.
Oh God. God have mercy. God have mercy. Within our man they talk. Lawyer Ejimako labels $9 million US lobbying deal treasonous.
It is.
It targets Igbo people.
Yeah, it is.
Of course, it is. It is treasonous.
Yeah.
It is treasonous. That is what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is. But they will not look at that side. We continue to speak. Thank you, my brother Aloy Ejimako.
Yeah, because they say now one Igbo man furniture. Now ain't go they lie. So they are and some are calling for the man to be arrested for him to be charged with treason. Can you imagine?
That deal is treasonous. It is.
Yeah.
It is treasonous. It targets Igbo people. Exactly. The target is us because since they pump that money, you see, the narrative they are creating is to push everything down to the Igbos.
Yeah.
The first one started that it is IPOB. Everywhere you go, you say this is IPOB that is pushing for it. It's IPOB that is pushing for it. Now they narrow it down to one man in Onisha.
Yeah.
So the money they pumped in was just to target another tribal bigotry.
Yeah.
They sponsored another tribal bigotry. Now from international level. And if you're an Igbo man, you still the talk of Nigeria and the election. Mad people. Shortlisted Kwara Forest Guard applicant accused governor of replacing them with APC loyalists.
Yeah.
Oh God. And they depend the word to say replacing them with go and check this loyalists of APC when they talk now. When they replace them now all of them are Janjaweed.
Yes, of course.
Forest Guard now Fulani now they won't put it there now them. Not them. Dozens killed as ISWAP Bukura terrorists clash near Nigeria border in Borno. Yeah. Now people will say they get security.
Yes.
Dozens killed as ISWAP Bukura terrorists clash near Niger border in Borno. This was 57 minutes ago.
Okay.
In a country, a sovereign country, terrorists still get they still get liver. They fight each other as rivals. That is how bad it is in Nigeria. Finance Ministry confirmed 152 billion paid to contractors, acknowledged payment delays. Billion.
Yeah.
Sharing. Everybody sharing, getting their own share.
As usual now, nothing else.
Nothing. That is nothing.
Share the national cake.
Sharing the national cake. That is what is happening in Nigeria, and it will continue to happen as long as Nigeria continues to be one.
Yeah.
It will continue to happen. There is no two ways about it. There is no grammar you will speak to stop it. There is no remedy whatsoever.
Yeah. Nothing.
It will continue. the only
That is
solution.
why year in, year out, the core problems in the country, like this electricity issue, they cannot solve it. Because every time they share money, they eat, people go away, and they continue.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, my beloved brother, I think we have come to the end of today's program, and we are going to try to get our closing remark so that we can round up. Hopefully, I can come back later in the day or tomorrow same time. Go on, my beloved brother, Christian, and give us your closing remark.
They were brother choose Jessica now. So yeah, we must continue as usual. Tomorrow, by the grace of God, if I'm able to come in, I will still come in. But I just want to, encourage you to keep on. Biafrans will not forget the effort that every one of us is putting in. We are not doing for anybody, but for ourselves. So I thank you so much. You see, Noike, I encourage every Biafran to also continue to do their little bit, wherever it is, on YouTube, on a platform, whatever. We just have to continue, because we already recognize the fact that we are dealing with a very dangerous and determined enemy. So we pray for every Biafran. May God continue to guide and protect, and those who are sympathizing also, with us on this journey. God continue to, embolden them in America, all over the world. So thank you so much, Brother Chus. Thank you, Udo.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother. I appreciate you for your constant support to Biafran cause, educating our people and also encouraging our people to stand strong. I appreciate everybody that have joined us on this program. Please, if you have not yet liked and shared this program, like and share it. You never can tell who will come across our program. Creating awareness is very important. This is not the time to be silent. This is not the time to relax. This is not the time to pretend. It is the time for everybody to take responsibility. That is why wherever you are, give a thumbs up to the program, share it to other platforms, make sure you invite somebody. And each time we are here, if you have a contrary opinion, don't be shy, don't be scared. Come up and give us your contrary opinion. You have a superior argument. Come up and bring your superior argument. We want to learn. We want to broaden the discussion so that people's eyes will be open more and more. Even if you're a one Nigerianist, join us. No matter the group you belong, no matter the race, no matter the religion, you have an opinion that is contrary to what we are saying, or you have a superior argument, feel free to join us anytime we come on. It is very important. It helps us to know more. It educates us the more. I pray that Chukwu Okike Abiyama will guide and protect everyone that have joined us on this program, wherever you are watching from. More especially people that are joining from Biafra land. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect all of you. I pray that Chukwu Okike Abiyama will also guide and protect our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and Mazi Simon Ekpa, more especially those who are there in the front line, in detention, fighting for us. I want you to understand, wherever you are and you're watching this program, history will not ask who was silent. History will not ask who was silent. History will ask who spoke and who benefited from lies. If this message resonates with you, please like and share it to all platforms. Don't keep it to yourself. If the challenges you study, if this message challenges you, study it properly. Study it closely. You never can tell. And if it angers you, ask yourself, why? You didn't hear me. I'm going to take it again. If this message resonates with you, I beg you in the name of Chukwu Okike Abiyama, share it. Let it go viral. If it challenges you, if this message challenges you, as you have joined us from beginning to the end, study it properly. Go and watch it over and over again. Study it. And if this message angers you, whoever you are, whatever group you belong, whatever angle you are, whatever orientation, whatever religion you are. If this message angers you, ask yourself, why? Until truth becomes a policy, the struggle continues. Until truth becomes a policy, this struggle will continue. I appreciate everyone that have joined us on this program. I thank you all for your participation. Thank you all for your contribution. I say, may Chukwu Okike continue to guide and protect everyone. I see many people who are there joining. I can see my beloved sister Stella has been there, and so many other people who have been there commenting on the comment section, making their contributions. I appreciate every one of you. I see my beloved sister Linda TV show is there. I see my brother Kochux, you're there. I see our brother Uchenna, you're there. My brother Uchenna, you're there. I see my brother Gerard Dike, you are there. My beloved sister Stella is there. I see Ezewanne Ubusi. Ezewanne, thank you so much. Ezewanne, I see you there. I see who again? So many other people that are there. JK Motors, I see you there. I see Onyebuchi is there. Everyone that has connected to this program, both the ones I mentioned their name, the ones I didn't mention their name, whether I mention your name or not, I appreciate every one of you. This struggle is for all of us. The purpose is one thing, Biafra. That is why I go further to explain we need unity of purpose. Unity of purpose. It doesn't mean that we must speak on the same tone. It doesn't mean we must have the same ideology. It doesn't mean that we must be in the same group, but the purpose has to be one. One purpose. One purpose. Whenever you speak, speak towards that purpose. Freedom of the Biafran people. That is where we are. And the time is very close. Very soon, a very strong name, a very strong power is going to mention the United States of Biafra. Very soon, a very strong name, a very strong power is going to mention the United States of Biafra. When it's been mentioned, every one of us will celebrate and we will go home. May Chukwu Okike continue to guide and protect all of us. We must continue. There is no going back. Thank you so much for watching. See you again later in the day. Bye-bye, everybody.
Them say Tinubu don't follow for God now. Tinubu don't follow for God now. He want to take it, that's the top of our head. Senate House fall and the criminals, country military fall and the terrorists, injustice, on Photoshop forget law for inside court. Changaro Republic at the government. Abubakar Malami don't fall for God now. Him and EFCC put leg for shit. Them say Sheikh Kukumi don't fall for God now. Because Donald Trump don't come to Machamo. He go matching Boko boys, matching terrorists. As the government knows the way for kidnapping to stop. INEC don't fall for God now. They make Nigerians see one die for suffer.
The very oldest language on the face of this very earth.
Because I can say that from what I have just listened from you, it is just not ordinary.
Very wonderful.
When my lawyers came to see me, I had a discussion with them about how I'm going to defend myself. I told them that
Amalanti,